Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Let's begin now.
This is not a drill.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
Is that all you got?
Let's begin now.
What up? Oh, for sure.
2.5 hours north? That's not. Grand Prairie's like 5 north.
That's basically further.
I'd way rather go to Wabasca with you than Grand Prairie with some stun I can't stand.
Grand Prairie is at least a real town, though. Wabasca is like...
Wabasca's a res town.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get jumped in if not my partner. If it weren't for my partner, who is a big native, I think.
Whoa! I guess
are
that's
we-
fine. I guess that's fine, but he's a big First Nations person.
Yeah, he's native Canadian. That's fine.
It is.
Yeah, that's like the official... That's the official
It
statement.
totally is fine. It's just usually if you call someone a native, it's followed or preceded by something exceptionally negative.
I'm a big fan of natives. Well, my buddy.
I'm like...
What's his name?
You're like
Jason?
1 for 400,000.
What? There has to be way more
yeah, maybe.
than that First Nations people.
Well,
like in the millions
Treaty. No, not millions.
of individual First Nations people?
No, there's only
No.
like
There's 36 million people in Canada. You think less than
Oh.
0.3% or whatever, 3%, whatever that works out to?
Maybe a million. Let's fact check this. Of all the things
your-
we fact check on the podcast,
Ask your brother.
well, if that's the case, there's like 200 and they're all related.
God. We should have just done a solo show again.
solo show. Holy
Yeah, that was
shit!
gross.
Nobody turned out.
No, it was kind of my fault. We'll get into it.
1.4 million.
We
Really?
could've. There you go.
Just in Alberta or in Canada?
Canada.
Knew it.
Canada.
Hashtag knew it.
1.4 million?
Yes, sir.
That's still quite very little.
I mean, we all like I'm sure,
4.3% of the population.
I'm sure I have some native blood in me. You maybe don't, but
I don't.
yeah, 0% chance.
Yeah.
Your parents moved here, emigrated here from.
Well, both my parents' families came from Europe. In like
yeah,
the
still,
40s.
There's a lot of wiggle room
From where?
there.
Germany?
Germany and Netherlands.
In the 40s? Yeah, okay, maybe. That would be possible.
Well, getting away from the war, right?
Have you ever been?
No.
Oh, you should go. You'd love Amsterdam.
I definitely would love Amsterdam.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to go down.
And not even just because of all the like fun shit you'd get up to.
the debauchery.
The debauchery you'd get up to. There's a lot of fun shit you could do.
I'm sure there is.
And it's gorgeous. And the women there, holy shit.
I really want to go. I want to do like one. I want to do like one more big across the world trip. And
Yeah.
I want to go to I want to do Amsterdam. I want to do Japan.
That's going to be
and
expensive.
It'll be like my one big trip, right? I've never done a big.
Yeah.
I went to Turkey and Greece, but that was with the school, so that doesn't count.
All right, I'm in.
All right, you and me,
Yeah,
brother,
should do
man.
it.
How's your Japanese? Mine's okay. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. That's all I know how to say.
I
know that I think you don't hand people money. You put the money in the bowl.
Yeah.
Put the money on the dresser. Know what I'm saying? Do not hand them the money.
I've heard that bald white guys do good in Japan.
Yeah, I've heard that also.
Yeah, perfect.
Red beard.
Fuck yeah, you guys should do that.
Soon. Sometime. Maybe,
Japan 2019, isn't that what we've been saying?
Is it? Is that my 30th?
I thought that's what we've been saying forever.
Is that your 30th?
I thought we were saying for my 30th. My 30th would be on 91, 21.
2022, right?
2021. Sorry, I gotta...
Fuck, you're
Bryce
young.
Bryce was sitting there last time, and, he's a excellent projector, so I could turn you up a little bit here.
God damn, he's young, eh?
Yeah. Hey, Tom, how's it going? We just started here, man.
What did you guys start streaming just a bit ago? Is this the show?
Yeah.
What's the title of the show?
205? 205
it's-
real time.
It's the Talking Reckless podcast.
I get that, but what's the show? What's the title of the stream called? It's Cruiserweight something.
Oh, no, in your email, it might have said something about that. Yeah, I don't know. No, the title, well, we'll start the show, and I got a joke all lined up, so I don't want to waste it on you.
It's going to go over. Nobody watches fucking wrestling, much
don't
less
worry.
that show.
I'm going to dumb it down enough for even you, Oliver.
Can we throw this belt away?
No. What?
It's scrap, really.
It could one day be yours.
We have to defend it soon. We have to find a way to defend it. It's been almost a full calendar month.
Then you have to defend it.
It might just...
Marvel vs. Capcom, you and me.
Take a line, brother. Here, take a number. I forgot to turn the furnace off when I was up there.
Oh shit! Did you want me to go handle that?
Sure. Because then you have to remember to turn it back on.
Yeah, trust me. When it's like fucking 11 degrees in here, I'll remember.
I mean, maybe it has something to do with the fact that I'm currently your longest reigning undisputed champion of all time, but I am unmotivated to set up another title defense match.
It's
I just don't have the time. Like, I
no,
literally do
for
not
real.
have the
It's
time right
hard
now.
though, because like participation is like down.
Yeah, it's the
Like,
holidays.
we went in. Not even just that.
I have to tell myself and everyone at home, it's just the holidays.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, guys. We'll get it back.
Yeah, holidays are tough. And I fucking read that. I'm like,
You saw. You knew.
way to keep it up.
You
man.
knew. Yeah, it is tough. It is tough. People need a break is honestly what we need. We need a big enough cast that people can, myself included, take like a month off the podcast without the podcast going away.
I'm down to do it. It's just I'm away for
Yeah.
the month of December.
I know you're always down.
So
We appreciate that, brother.
too bad.
You're the, obviously not the undisputed champion, but undisputed champion of our hearts.
Fuck. Start the goddamn show.
right, you heard it. Your levels are all over the place.
This is dynamic.
Tomo's preparing a trip to Japan next year.
Oh shit!
Put it off a couple years. Come hang with us.
Coordinate. Let's go.
I'd be down for that. Fuck that.
Yeah, we won't do meetups in Canada, but fuck, we'll do them in Japan.
Meet me at the Super Potato.
No way. Meet me at those hotels where you get like a 4x4x8 like hole in the wall.
Oh yeah, the coffins.
Fuck
kinda.
yeah. I totally want to go to one of those hotels.
And that's where we're gonna do the podcast from.
I'd say meet me at the hostess bar, but Asian's just not my brand of vodka.
There's a Final Fantasy bar in Tokyo.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds all right, I guess. I'm sure there's lots of shit in Tokyo and like Akihabara. Oh, one day.
Well, maybe not one day. Maybe Japan will be gone by then.
It's a very real possibility.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
Yeah, who knows? Well, we can still go to Amsterdam. They probably, who would destroy Amsterdam? No one.
No one.
No, a
Crazy
truly,
people, yeah.
truly crazy person.
What part of Holland?
I have no idea.
What?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Amsterdam in Holland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Netherlands, Holland, same thing.
Netherlands. Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
weird that
the
way.
place where that's not where Vikings come from.
No.
No.
That's not where Vikings come from.
You're thinking
Scandinavia.
about- yeah, Scandinavian.
Which isn't a real place, right? That's like an
No,
old place.
that's
That's
a
just
region.
an area. Yeah,
Yeah.
region.
Oh, okay, all right, I'm with you now.
I couldn't tell. Norway.
Iceland.
Wales.
Iceland. Okay.
Yeah.
I tried looking it up when I was watching Vikings. It's like, I don't know how accurate that. I'm sure it happened, right? The Vikings sailed from
Yeah,
Scandinavia all the way
Vikings existed.
to what is now known as the England or the Great Britain.
Yeah, probably Wales or I don't know. Don't they literally go to land on the shores of Wales?
I guess so. I don't
Or
know.
The Kingdom
But I
of
mean,
Essex or something.
These fucking guys rode all the way there. Like,
the
holy shit.
slaves rode. The Vikings just like
No, the
banged
Vikings.
the drums. Doom,
The
doom,
Vikings
doom.
were like
Tough
all
guys,
of the
big
people on
guys.
the Viking ships were Vikings. They didn't employ slaves for their.
I mean, if Vikings have taught me anything, they take slaves, and eventually you earn their trust and become one of their family.
Yeah.
And then
Seems easy
then in
enough.
season 3 just gets bad.
And the crazy guy kills you.
Ooh,
the
spoilers.
the Netflix version, The Last Kingdom. Did you watch that one?
I watched season 1.
I watched season
it's
1.
Okay.
Season 1 was dope.
It's okay.
It was super
Season
good.
2 is not that great.
I haven't watched season 2.
I don't like how that show starts with his dumb little like. I can't remember. It's always the same like, and this is my story or whatever.
So you don't
And
like
that
the
makes me
intro to the
insane.
show?
No, I hate it. I fucking hate it every single time.
They have a skip intro option.
Yeah.
nowadays.
Now
It's
they do,
not.
yeah.
No, it's not like it's not the intro. It's not like the opening credits. It's like their version of previously on, but it's.
Gotcha.
I didn't like season 2 at all.
I really hated the Friends theme song too. Fuck that shit.
Theme song was really
Friends.
good. Hit it.
No, it was bad.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way.
Your job's a joke, you're broke. Your love life's still
Okay, yeah,
away.
all right. Something about
It's like
second
you're
gear?
always stuck in
all right.
second gear.
We should play rock.
Hasn't been your day, your week, your month.
Stop! Nope, that's it. We
Even
gotta cut
your
off.
year.
29 seconds. 29 seconds. Stop! They're gonna cut us off. All
No,
right.
it's legal because it's a cover.
Oh.
We're hitting the chorus right now.
All right, let's start the show. Hit my music. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's the Talking Reckless podcast. My name's Matt Eads, joined by Oliver Aguilar.
What's up, y'all?
Nothing much. What's up with you, Kevin Byer?
I actually think I'm kind of freaking out.
Okay.
'Cause this is I think this is the first time I've sat in this seat. Specifically
yes.
this seat.
Directly across from your undisputed champion.
I've sat in that seat most of the time. I've sat in that seat before as well.
Whenever I'm
but,
not here.
but never in this seat.
Yeah, I don't think you have actually.
No.
This is
This is the
experience
first
for me as
time, yeah.
well. Welcome to episode 205.
Proper.
Real time. Can't call it 205 live. That's a WWE owned trademark, and we do not infringe on WWE copyright on this show. Too sweet me. Yes, it hit like I knew it would. Welcome. Yes, hello. I am your solo host with the most. Apologies again for last week. You wanna? We're okay. Do you need to answer that, or
No,
do
I'll
you want me-
speak to him
All right.
later.
Yeah, but a solo show last week couldn't come together. It was we could have made it work, and then at the very end of the day, I was like, I don't think so. Nope. So I pulled the plug.
Just wanted to give us all a big fuck you. Which is
Yeah,
okay.
kinda.
Every once in a while you need to do that.
Kinda. I didn't want to. You know what? I didn't want to go off half cocked.
Yeah.
And it was as the day progressed, it was getting more and more cocked. We were like 3/4 cocked, 98% cocked by the end of it. I was like, well, forget this. Although I guess being fully cocked. All right, we were like 1% cocked.
Yeah, you're kind of going the wrong way.
An
with that
auspicious
analogy.
lack of cock.
There you go.
Well, no, you lose cock over time, right? You start
Yeah,
with
definitely.
full cock, and then as time goes on, you get a little bit less.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
you use it
okay.
up, right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we were half cocked. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
by the end of the day, we were like an eighth cocked.
Exactly.
And I was
And then
just like,
not even worth it.
yeah, it kinda. Warren could have made it work, and like people move plans around and stuff, and then I was like, nope. So that was my bad. That one's on me.
Yeah, I was gonna message you and be like, well, if you don't want to do a solo show, we can do like a 2-man on like Sunday.
That's what I was thinking we would maybe get that together, and then I did the solo show and went, well, fuck it, we'll try again next week. I don't know. It's busy around here in real life. Real lives suck, and we all have them, unfortunately. It's the holidays, and apparently that means that construction goes into goddamn overdrive, and I'm working 10 million hours. Oliver's working 10 million hours.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Not a boy.
Oh, well, that's the dream. One day.
Yeah, but you make more than I do,
One
so
day. Yeah.
So-
at what cost?
Yeah, I guess.
At what cost? It's money does not buy happiness.
It's true.
It's very true.
Regular hours and getting home when you want to get home buys happiness.
Yes, and like getting home at the same time every day. I learn a lot, every year. Enough about my problems. Tell me about your problems, Oliver.
I don't really have those many
Yeah.
that many problems.
That's good. You're a very positive person. Don't deny
Day
it.
to day.
Don't deny it.
I've really nothing to bring to the show today.
No. Hey, good. I played 0 minutes of video games in the last 2 weeks, but I'm going to do this thing that we learned in radio school called lying, where we take experiences from our past and pretend that they are more recent than they are.
Banking experiences.
Exactly. That's right.
Well, that's not completely true. Okay, I'll talk about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game's totally cool.
That game, the more I hear about that game, the more totally cool it sounds.
Yeah, I was hearing
But I mean-
hearing about it yesterday on the Dungeons and Daggle stream. Some of the people
People were
in
talking about
chat
it?
were talking about it, and yeah, they made it sound somewhat cool.
It's totally cool. The land is cool. The character's cool. Some combat's
Cool is a very cool word.
The thing that I most don't like about it, that I don't
You like the
least about it, is the loot system.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Oh,
You don't like numbers?
No, I hate numbers.
You don't like purples, blues, oranges.
Not Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe
give
you
me
guys
those
can explain
epics.
this to me, because so yeah, there's purples and there's I guess the regular ones are blues, purples, and then golds.
Oh, gold! I love
Legendaries.
gold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I recognize those are the good ones, but then I pick up swords a little bit later, and then they're better.
Yeah, even though they're a lower
Yeah.
quality tier.
What is okay? Are you guys familiar with this whole quality?
I've played video games. Yes,
Okay,
I am.
I'm not. Okay. So for they make it easy by saying by just giving you a green number and an up arrow, and that usually means that's a better weapon.
Yep.
Not all the
Probably.
time.
Okay, not all the time.
But,
so
yeah.
but this is for me kind of getting into this. I'm like, okay, I assume that's better. The show shut down,
We're
Matt.
still good. I always check. We're still good.
So there's a quality number, and that's what this number usually tells you.
Yeah.
This what the green number. It's either up with green or down with red. But then there's a damage per second,
Okay. DPS.
Number. DPS.
DPS. Yep.
and I've noticed that sometimes, even though the quality is better, the DPS is not as good.
Well, because let me explain it to you in other game lingo.
Please.
Because the last Assassin's Creed I played was OG Assassin's Creed 1.
Okay.
So I don't know what
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
kind of stats they give you.
But I mean, this is so far removed from that game, so and they're pulling from other games.
Yeah,
ones
but-
that you're more familiar with.
But most of the time, you'll see games like that. The DPS won't factor in things like increased attack speed or increased critical chance. So if you have an item that has a lower DPS but has secondary stats that may not be calculated in DPS, that's probably why it's giving you the increase arrow.
Okay.
Because it's like technically you're doing less DPS, but
Get other
once you
things.
factor in the attack speed and the crit chance and everything like that, I don't know if those are even stats in this game, but that's probably what's happening. Is
I imagine it is, but for the longest time, and this kind of what I'm sort of learning. So that's kind of what I'm sort of judging my weapons on now. But before I was like, the DPS is way better on this one than it is this one, so I'm gonna take that one because I want to
Probably
do
what I
more
would do.
damage.
Yeah, per second.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a thing where you're fine. Like a level 1 gold is still not as good as a level 10 regular ass item or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what's happening.
Anyways,
Having
yeah,
not played.
that's the type of shit that totally turns me off of these type of games.
Yeah.
But
Hey, like
I'm
what-
just kind of sucking it
More
up.
like the combat. How you like the combat?
It's okay.
Yeah, is it growing on you? A little bit, a little something. Yeah, maybe.
It's still a little mashy,
Little
and
twinge?
I'd
Little twinge of something?
I'd much rather be that cool assassin, delivering these kill animations than just hacking away with my.
like you're an assassin, you should be able to down people in one hit.
Yeah,
But there
yeah.
was no those old Assassin's Creed games, and by old I mean I don't remember when it changed. I think Syndicate might have done something different, but the ones where you could just line up the counter kills and kill everybody in
that
the
was way
city,
back in
basically.
Ezio.
That was fun a few times, but it's not challenging at all. And eventually, I just got okay, I'm just gonna kill every single guard in all
Yeah.
of Rome or whatever.
And
Again,
that's kind of the way it
again,
was
and again, and again, and again, and
in
again.
Assassin's Creed 1 back
Yeah.
when I played.
Yeah.
It was just like
And
you hold the block button until you see an opening, and then you counterattack someone, and then it's
everybody's dead.
yeah.
Is that fun? That to me, that stopped being fun pretty fast. I would way rather constantly, and maybe it's because I like Dark Souls, but I would way rather be challenged and engaged at all times.
What I've come to learn is that I don't really want to be challenged. I just kind of want an easy game that'll just hold my hand. And
You just want to play games on easy from now on, forever.
yeah,
You
essentially.
you just want to watch television.
I've started to turn auto aim on games so that I'm just tapping that and people are dying. And then
Listen, there's no wrong way to enjoy a video game. There's no wrong way to enjoy a video game.
Well,
There isn't. There really isn't. And now that I have no time to do anything, yeah, maybe I do want to see what's up in Assassin's Creed, but I don't have 80 hours to fucking play that thing.
yeah, I've found that during the week I usually have zero time for video games, and if I'm busy on the weekend, then it's zero time as well.
Yeah.
But I'll usually have maybe one day where I can play maybe like 5-6 hours, and that's like usually it.
That's pretty good. I like before I was working these crazy hours, I put in like an hour or two here and there most nights into something, anyways. Like Hitman.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been playing when I was playing games. Been playing a lot of Hitman. Hitman is so fucking good. Hitman is like, I think Hitman might be one of the best games that totally flew under my radar.
Tell me about your what are they called? Timed events?
Elusive targets.
Elusive targets.
Yes, the elusive targets.
Are you 100% on elusive targets?
So far, yeah. There's only one, so I'm 1 for 1, and the new guy, he might be up right now. Actually, he hits this weekend or like beginning of next week or something. So that first one was basically just a standard like get in there, assassinate the dude, get out mission, and there was no hidden twists. There was nothing. I was expecting like, okay, you kill him and then I don't know, his bodyguard takes off the mask and he's the target or like something, because these things are built up so much and you have one chance and they're just hitting you with warning after warning after warning, and it's like you need to click through 3 screens of like, yes, I accept that once I start this I cannot restart it, and yes, I accept that this is a one-time thing, and yes, I accept that if I lose my internet connection it cancels and all this.
Why do you have to agree to that? Is that like...
Because you're only...
Is that really just building it up, or is there like...
Well, no, it's probably a legal thing, because I can
it's...
guarantee you there will be shitheads who will just spam email the company and be like, my internet went out, I need another chance, give me another chance.
And it's supposed to be like you have one shot. Everybody has one shot. Well, now 2, because they're coming back through. But if you tried them the first time, that was your attempt. And like they don't want you to get to the end of the mission or get to a spot where you fail and just pull the plug and start again, right? It's supposed to be one shot. You have one shot to get this elusive target that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like that's a little skewed now, because I guess you could probably go look up all the guides on how to do them. But like that's kind of no fun. So I hope if anyone's seriously trying to get them all, like I am, I hope that you just go in and do it raw. Know what I'm saying? They're all on different maps too, and so this next one, well, I guess backing up, each map you are you're doing challenges on each map, which are things like kill this target like different way, like come down the chimney as Santa, and that's a challenge, or like replace his golf ball with an exploding golf ball, and that's a challenge. And you're getting mastery points and unlocking new weapons and new abilities and things that make your assassinations easier. And I have only played the first level of 6, because there's one each episode. And the next elusive target is on the 2nd level, and I assume the next one will be on the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th and the 6th. So I'm going into this next one with having never played the level before, which is crazy, because the whole thing is like on a big AI routine where, like, okay, at this time this guy's at his car, and this guy is like opening the door to the swimming pool or whatever. Everything's on a big clock, and so I won't know any of that.
Is it like a timed event, or can you, if you wanted to, could you sit back and learn the patterns?
The first one wasn't timed. I think they're each going to be different. But the first one I could have just sat back, and probably just hung out and learned all the patterns. The first guy, because I had certain amounts of mastery unlocked, I started in disguise as a chef in the kitchen or wherever, and he just happened to be like right beside me, and I was like, oh, here's this target. Like, okay, I threw a fire extinguisher through a door at his bodyguard, which is fucking awesome, because it's like a 2-hand overhead, like, and it just hits him in the face and killed him, and that was that. Got out, and I was like, oh, that was really easy. But this next one, I'm gonna have I don't know the map. I don't have any like weapons or like starts unlocked. I don't have any intel on it. I have nothing. It is gonna be completely cold, and that's gonna be bad news.
Does this one play well?
Yes. Yeah, totally.
I've gone in to Hitman. How many have there been? I've gone in probably 4 times, and each time it was always, all right, this is awesome. This looks cool. This is totally my game on paper.
Yeah.
And everything about it is awesome. And I've gone in first like stage, first level, have not really know what to do, and then have been like, no, I can't do this. I guess I'll check on it again later.
I had similar experience. Which was the Hitman where there's like the opening cutscene, you go to, or you go to kill your first target, and then the guy's bodyguard is like a wrestler or something, and he suplexes you. Do you know what I'm talking?
No.
Is that Absolution? Maybe. Did you play Absolution?
The Absolution.
The Hitman workout routine. First you do your chest.
The first level
you
was
hit the ab solution.
I think you were trying to kill some lady. I don't
in the
know.
shower.
Yeah, in the,
The
shower.
snake.
Yes. with the snake.
Right. Okay. I played Absolution a little bit and did not
Yeah.
dig it.
How come? Like, where does this game lose me?
This, I don't know. Like, having not played the other ones really that much, the new Hitman is kind of, each level is just a sandbox. And there are kind of like two main targets, and there are also lots and lots and lots of other things going on. So it's just kind of like wandering through these levels. Like, oh, last time I killed them with the pen. This time I'm going to try to get the like poisonous drink challenge or whatever.
So are you supposed to like? Okay, you're in a big sandbox. Your two guys are there.
Yep.
Are you supposed to gather intel and like kind of walk around, kind of like, oh, okay, well, the wrestler bodyguard is gonna do his match here in like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
so
so that
I'm
would-
gonna wait.
That would
And then-
be. They have things called opportunities now, and that would probably be an opportunity where if you are overhearing something that, and you can turn these off if you want to be like the real hitman, but if you overhear the wrestler's manager being like, "My guy's a match in 20 minutes" or whatever, a little thing will pop and be like, "Oh, you learned about an opportunity," and then you go into your opportunities menu and press, "I would like to track the wrestling whatever opportunity," and it'll say, "Okay, step 1, go and get the wrestler costume," and it'll put a thing up of like, "Here are the wrestler areas. Go here and get a wrestler costume." Step 2, fill your boxing gloves with lead or whatever, right? Like the opportunities kind of walk you through doing these different cool assassinations step by step, and that was kind of how I got started.
This is how this game is laid out.
Yes,
Yeah, that's not how the other games were laid out. It was like literally you have to like
just figure it out.
over here, literally be in that area. Over here, the manager talking.
Have your subtitles on so that you can read. Like, oh, what did he say? Where it starts? Where?
Yeah, and then then you kind of have to make it so that then you give yourself an opening to kill that guy.
Yeah, no, these ones are much more. They just set them up for you, and you're meant to do them again and again and again and again, and do them different ways and get new items.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's really good. It's so good. Like, it's a fun thing to just jump into for an hour, which is kind of like all I have time for right now. Jumping for an hour, take out a target, gain a little mastery. Like, I just unlocked an exploding rubber duck. That's fun. I might use that somewhere. I don't know. In the bath, maybe?
It's just good to have that option.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. And
You could probably use it to kill some it's like guard dogs or something.
yeah, probably. I think there must be you must be able to put it if you cannot put the exploding rubber duck in a bathtub and have your target go in and like take a bath and the duck explodes, then I don't know what this game is, but I'm sure that's in there somewhere. It's like it's really glib, like really dry humor, which is just for whatever reason it's just hitting with me. You know, it like because you're agent 47, right? So it's even just things like the NPCs, if they see you climbing on a building, like, hey, come on, man, act your age. What are you, 46, 48? And he's like, haha, ooh, oh boy. And it just keeps hitting you with it until eventually you learn to love it. It's Stockholm Syndrome. It's so good. It's so fucking good. And there's never been a better time to get in because these elusive targets, I think 2, by the time this goes up on Monday, 2 might be done, or you might have a couple hours left to get 2 done. But it's so good.
Did it play well?
Yeah, it does. Like,
What are you playing it on?
kind of PC with an Xbox controller. But yeah, it plays fine. Like, you're not doing anything super technical. You're not shooting. If you're shooting, you're playing bad Hitman.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, it shows up a button prompt, and you press the button prompt, and away you go. It's really good.
Can you have you ever done it so that you are like the silent assassin
Yeah.
and like nobody really knows that you're there?
Yep.
Type thing.
Yep.
See,
That's-
that always sounds cool.
That's one of like the first. That's big mastery. So that's usually one of the first challenges I try to get, because that one is just have nobody suspect you and like leave no evidence, which is not that hard. The hard one for me, anyways, is do all of that, but do it all in the original 47 suit, which seems crazy because usually you have to like, oh, I need to get through this area, so I'm gonna disguise myself as security and walk through the security area. But like, how the fuck do you do these ones just in the default suit?
Are you supposed to like sneak? Can you like sneak around like vents and like rafters and stuff?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't done any vents, but like I've shimmied up the side. I disguised myself as I forget his name, the Sheik, whatever the Sheik's name is, and was like shimmying along the balconies, like trying to escape as all these people down below are just that. There's a fashion show going on, and I was scaling like the middle of the fashion show. Everybody's cool. I don't know. Like, huh? Sheiks up on the.
Nobody's looking up during
see-
a fashion show. You got to pay
Yeah.
attention to the runway, otherwise
Yeah.
you're gonna miss the great new fall lines.
One time, I disguised myself as incredibly famous model Helmut Kruger and leaped off the front of the catwalk to try and assassinate my target, and they spotted me. They found me.
Damn.
Like, that game is so fun. Even when it goes bad, it's fun. Of just the dumb, really just the dumb shit you do. Couldn't recommend it enough.
Is it still episodic? Are they still putting out stuff?
They're doing season 2 is supposed to be getting started right away. I think this is all leading up to season 2, and if it's anything like season 1, each episode was a new map and a new target and a new. There's some loose story going on there too. There are cutscenes, and because I've only done that first mission over and over, I don't know what it is, but probably 47's up to no good, or I don't know.
So other than like killing the people in a different way, like what's the point of doing the mission over and over again?
That's kind of it.
Yeah.
Gain your mastery to get. Like, my goal right now is gain mastery to get more items to make my elusive targets more plausible. But like, that's kind of, you're gaining mastery, and then there are there's like an infinite amount of like custom challenges of like, kill the target like this with this weapon in this amount of time, do like custom contracts, user made contracts, and like it really is a world of assassination. Kev, what you been doing? You doing anything?
I have been playing the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC.
Yeah, you were playing a little bit of that when I showed up.
Yeah.
You were looking at a trophy list going,
Almost there. Almost there.
Are you gonna 100% it?
Well, I platinumed the base game. I am 3. Technically, I'm 3 trophies away from platinum the DLC.
One of them, though, might as well not even be there. One of them is like, just use this ability 5 times.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
one seems ridiculously easy.
Yeah, so that one I just have to actually do. The other one is get to level 60. I'm level 59 right now. And the other one is finish all the side quests. I think I'm on the last one. So I think I'm doing the last one right now. So after that, I'm deciding whether or not I'm going to do the New Game Plus and
That's the last trophy, is the New Game Plus.
Well, there's 2 more trophies in the New Game Plus. There's Finish New Game Plus, and there's Finish New Game Plus on the hardest difficulty.
Good.
So-
Did you play the hardest difficulty on the first time?
No, first time through I just played standard difficulty. But, with all the stuff that you get in the DLC, it seems like this is, if there's ever a time to try the hardest difficulty in New Game Plus, it's now.
That's so much Horizon.
That's a lot.
See, I don't know.
like-
I think if
Shit ton.
I don't exactly know how the New Game Plus works in this game, but I assume it works like every other game, where if I'm level 60 at the end of my game and I go New Game Plus, they'll start me at level 60.
Probably. That's
So
the point of New
yeah,
Game Plus,
exactly, right? So if that's the case, then I can just crit path it. I can do main quest only.
Oh, yeah, I guess you don't have to do all the shit.
Yeah, you don't have to.
It might scale up with you, though. If you start at level 60, the world might start at level 60.
I'm sure. Yeah, well, that's the thing though, because it's like the lower level dinosaurs. No matter what level you are, I mean, they're still easy as hell to kill.
Yeah.
Like you'll have your fire claws from the DLC or your thunder jaws from the
Jaws?
original game.
Yeah.
Like those ones will still be hard, but the other ones.
This guy thinks Thunderjaws are hard.
Well, no, I mean they're not. You just
Rube.
use your terror arrows and you get both of their disc launchers and then you just kill it, right? Easy, GG.
You can shoot them. You can shoot them back with their disc launchers, can't you?
Yeah, you knock off
Yeah.
the disc launchers and
yeah,
you
okay.
shoot them. Yeah,
It's been a while.
But no, I think with all the new items that you get in this one, because it gives you obviously upgrades on all your weapons and all your armor gets upgraded, and
Yeah.
so I'm still deciding if I'm going to try it.
You still seeking?
Seeking?
Is Ayla the Seeker? Is that?
She's something. There's
Maybe
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Dragon- is
I think
Dragon
that
Age?
was maybe that was
Okay.
what she was called. It was such a
She's been searching low.
it was such a nothing little title that they gave her that
Yeah.
I think was only referenced
I
like
mean,
2 or 3 times during
if
the
this
game.
truly is the best story and character and world and all this bullshit of the year, like you claim it is, shouldn't you know this?
Gotti.
Like we claim it is, man.
Yeah, there you go. But no, like the DLC itself was really good. The story in the DLC was great.
Yeah.
It brought you.
They do not. To be clear, they do not This has nothing to do with the hook that you get after the credits of the main
No,
game,
no,
right?
there's nothing. It has
Okay.
nothing to do. It's previous
That blew
to the
my
end of the
mind.
game, so it's like it's happening before you beat the original Horizon.
Got it.
So if you had beaten the game, then it would load up a previous file when you go into the DLC.
No, I
but
see. So we still don't know what Silence is up to.
No,
Part
yeah,
two.
it does give you a whole bunch of backstory into Silence in the DLC, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Because it learns you a whole lot about him as a character that
Is there any
was kind of really obscure in the original game.
is Lance in this game? Lance Reppin? VO? Lance Reddick? Is his name right?
Oh,
The guy who plays Silence and is in every TV show you've ever seen.
in The Wire.
And is also like in all video games.
the first
I
one I've
think
seen
he
of it.
might have done
Destiny.
a
play that
few
one.
extra lines for the DLC, but
He's not a main character.
No,
I
the
think.
character itself isn't really in the DLC. No, like there's just a couple throwaway lines during a quest where he's like, and this might have been recorded during the main game anyway, where it's just like, hey, maybe you should actually be trying to accomplish the goals that we set out, Aloy. Like, what the fuck?
That sounds like him.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Okay, you'd probably be able to answer this for me. What is the length of crit path in this game? And also,
See, that's like I have no idea because I 100%ed it the first time I played it. So
I might
it
be
pre-
more equipped because I sort of crit path.
it pretty much takes you the main or that first area, and then it lets you out and then
Yeah.
loose in that
Yeah.
second area, and then you move on, and then you move on, and you move on, right?
Oliver's doing like a crazy.
It's
all
not that
over the
crazy. It's
world.
all around the clock.
Yeah,
honestly, I think
the-
15 to 20 hours is probably a good crit path.
that's probably about right.
I would
there,
think.
there are like level barriers in there too, right? You can't just go like main quest, main quest, main quest, main quest, main quest. Maybe you can, but eventually the
It'll just
dinosaurs
get
are
harder.
so much higher level than you that
Well, yeah, you can do that from the beginning. I don't know why you would want to, but
because it's a too long of a game.
well, I mean, there's
'Cause it's too long of a
there's
game.
there's speed runs in this game too. So
Sure,
I mean,
I look forward.
I kind of
to
want to
seeing
replay
that
this
at
game,
AGDQ.
just like main path.
You
I think I
just-
would like it infinite times.
new game
more.
plus it.
Just start from zero. Can't I just start from zero?
You
You
could start
could, yeah,
from
but
zero,
why-
but
again,
you
why
could
would you?
also.
If you're really looking to get through quick, just keep all your items and shit and
I suppose.
and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, have fun with those. Like the fun stuff comes later.
Yeah, when
the
you
game.
have like all the really cool
Yeah, you're right.
items.
I wish ropes were more useful in that game. I
They
really
are useful.
Are they?
I
Yeah.
never used them.
I only use them on like maybe two types of dinosaurs, and the way I use them, like, not like they would work in real life. I would just like rope, pin him down, do whatever I had to do. He'd get up, rope, pin him down, do whatever I have to do, pin him up. Like I wish the ropes were the way that they showed them on that E3 trailer way back, where it's like the dinosaurs are dynamically tripping over these ropes and shit, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, awesome. Or like,
Well, those are the traps more than the ropes.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah, I don't know. I distinctly remember them shooting some ropes across a canyon or something, and I'm gonna say it was like one of those big ones with the dish on their head that the map revealers.
You can't hurt
Yeah,
those ones.
no, I know. So maybe it was just like a gameplay thing, or maybe I'm mixed up. But I don't know. I
or it
always
could have
thought
been clever editing.
Yeah, I always thought the ropes are kind of a bummer.
They're really great against flying units.
Yeah, I had a couple that they were my bread and butter for. But
Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to finishing up the DLC and then maybe New Game Plus.
you gotta sign up, Oliver. Were you here when we were talking about the trophies are worth money now?
Yes.
Do you remember how much a platinum was worth? Was it $10? It wasn't $10, was it? That seems
10-ish.
insane. Was it 10?
Well, bronze is like a penny.
Yeah, 100 bronze to $1. I remember that. 10 silvers to $1, I think. 1 gold. No, 25 silvers to $1. 10 gold to $1.
It was.
It's
shitty,
$1. I'm
but
pretty
I
sure
mean,
it's
like,
$1.
And I said I would like look into that, and I totally forgot about it
Yeah.
up until now.
I was just telling Kevin he should sign up, seeing as he's getting all these platties. Why not?
I think with this one, if I re-platinum it, I think that will be like my third or fourth, maybe.
Platinum ever?
Yeah.
That's probably more than I have.
And most of them are from Telltale games, so
Oh,
does that
yeah.
even count?
No, never mind. I probably do
Yeah.
have lots then from Telltale
Yeah.
games too.
Because yeah, Telltale games is just, hey, did you beat the game? Have a platinum.
Yeah, I finished Batman and then never got the Batman platinum for some reason.
Because the Batman ones, Or at least the second one.
You
No,
have
the
to
second one's easy.
do certain shit or something.
You have to like.
Yeah,
think
probably
you-
like beat a mission a certain way.
No,
kind of thing.
I think you have to like go through all like the codex stuff.
Oh yeah, or get collectibles of some kind or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I haven't looked into that in a long time.
Aren't you playing season 2?
Yeah.
Enemy Within.
Yeah.
Enemy Within. Yeah.
Yeah.
XCOM.
No,
Enemy Within.
Batman.
No? Enemy Unknown. Okay.
So next episode of that should be out. Same with Life is Strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I need a buffer between Assassin's Creed and Horizon, the Frozen Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like those games are just super similar.
Yeah. They both have
And I know
eagles,
that
dinosaurs.
Game of the year.
the game of the year is a lot better than that game.
Wait, what? What game is the game of the year, and what game is it better than?
Horizon Zero
is
Dawn is
better
better than
than-
Assassin's Creed
Oh,
Origins.
okay. That I'm not ready to make that judgment. I haven't played Origins. I've heard Origins is really good. I've heard Origins is like shockingly good.
It's not shockingly good.
No?
It's good. It's an Assassin's Creed game.
I've heard it's a very good Assassin's
It
Creed game.
is a very good Assassin's
in
Creed game.
A line of many not very good Assassin's Creed games.
But for me, the story's actually pretty good. The story's interesting. The characters are interesting.
I've heard it starts really slow. Starts slow and
does.
then
It really does.
gets going.
I'm really looking forward to like the origin of, because you can see it sort of forming with everything that Bayek does.
Yeah,
you can
the
sort of
Brotherhood.
see. Yeah, you can sort of see like they're getting motivated to. They're talking about some sort of.
Motto.
No, they're talking about some sort of like shadowy government type thing, or people pulling strings.
Oh.
And you can see how Bayek is like aligning himself with these people who are like, no, this is bad. Like they can't.
They're killers. They have a loose mantra.
Sure, yeah,
We call it the killer's mantra. I don't know. We'll workshop it.
but it is good. It probably, I hope, it culminates in something really good.
Desmond Miles kicks open that sarcophagus and says, "I'm back."
Kind of the same thing that happened to me with Horizon is like, I'm busy doing all this like side shit, and then I'm like, oh god, it's starting to get like boring.
Yeah.
So I need to do some more mission stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that's kind of like how those games are designed. You know, do a little side stuff, move on a little
not
bit, do a
what I
little
wanna
side
do.
stuff.
That's the only problem that I have with games like that, and it was strange that it never happened to me with Horizon. It's that I always get distracted by the side stuff, and then I do so much side stuff that I just kind of don't give a shit about the game itself anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you just get totally burnt out doing all this side stuff that's really, really cool, but then you just hit a point where it's not cool anymore, and then you just don't even want to play the main story anymore.
That only happens to me when like the side stuff is menial. And it's all menial for the most part. It's
Yeah.
almost always like, go here and kill this, go here and get this and bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
But like when it isn't written into the world well, it's like, okay, that's
Yeah.
I'm just climbing
So-
towers again.
I'm really curious as to when you guys mention The Witcher. Like you guys always say that the side stuff is like good enough to hold its own.
So good.
But how do they do that? Like I was hoping, because with all the Witcher comparison to Assassin's Creed, I was hoping they'd do that.
Yeah.
And so I'm listening to these side missions, and it's usually a guy that's fucking
My sheep is lost.
yeah, it's stupid, and I'm like, this is not like engaging shit. So how did The Witcher do it so good?
They,
Well, the Witcher kind of, for the side quests, it wasn't just go here, kill this stuff. It gave you backstory to the quest. It gave you an interesting story to the quest target. It gave you
Yeah, and
a
every-
good payoff.
everyone that
Yeah.
started off as go here and kill this thing almost without fail will get turned on its head at some point. And
and
like,
then chain into something that you totally didn't
yeah,
expect.
and that to me was like the most satisfying stuff, because it was always this case of like, okay, go kill this guy. Like I have a list of shit to do, super long, and
It
I'm
would
just gonna
lead
get
into
through it.
something a little bit more engaging.
Totally. Or it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna like go here and kill this person, and you show up and the person's already dead, and suddenly you're investigating a murder and trying to figure out who in the town is the murderer, and you have your suspects, and eventually you're gonna have to accuse somebody, and whoever you accuse, right or wrong, is going to affect how the mayor of the town perceives the town, and if you make the wrong choice, maybe the town disappears, and like like,
They do a little of that stuff in Assassin's Creed, but whenever like you see like whenever you come upon this murder scene, it goes into the investigation mode, which is like look at
vision.
3 to 5. No, just like look at 3 to 5 points on in this area,
oh really?
and then he'll put it together like fucking Batman does, and then he'll explain it.
Does he really just like monologues it out? Just
Yeah.
pulls fucking knowledge he couldn't possibly have out of nowhere. It's like,
Well, he's investigating it, and it's exactly how Batman does it in
the
like
killer had oatmeal for breakfast.
in the games. Yes,
Like,
it's
fucking
exactly
come on,
that.
How could you possibly know that?
Because you can see by the piece of shit that he left in like the
I can
shit
tell
pot.
by these Quaker oat wrappers he's left everywhere. The Witcher
So it does-
2 was like it was weaved in with the main story in ways that you often didn't expect.
But it's also like though, and I don't know anything about The Witcher. And
It's-
again, I should really play it, especially since like I'm like the combat with Assassin's Creed is.
Turn that bitch onto easy and just have a
think I
good
should.
time. So,
Anyways, with Assassin's Creed, it's always like this nameless dude that's asking me to save his sheep, and it's always just like a shitty looking NPC.
yeah. Witcher, it's usually some beautiful sorceress that you have history with in past games.
That's
and they
neat.
make that clear, even though you yourself don't know that. Geralt knows who it is.
And then she takes her clothes off.
But
almost without
it's
fail.
not just like randomized NPC. It's
For the most part, no.
like it's like a unique person.
Yeah, and when it is randomized NPC, it's never randomized NPC.
But is it like? Does he look shitty?
No, the people in Witcher look like people.
Yeah.
Like haggard, well-worn people, because it's Middle Ages and like life sort of sucks back then, but people.
Yeah. In this game, it's just
And like the faces and the act. Oh, The Witcher.
this one.
The
It's
Witcher.
peasant Egyptian. The lips really don't. The lip syncing sucks. Voice acting's pretty decent, but yeah, you can tell that these are canned animations, and it's just not engaging me. And that's unfortunate because, yeah, with all the comparison with The Witcher, I was hoping that they would do that type of stuff, which got me thinking, like, how does The Witcher do it? I should play
Witcher
The Witcher.
got you thinking. You should play The Witcher. I would really like for you to enjoy The Witcher. The Witcher main game is very, very good. The Heart of Stone DLC, I think, is like maybe my favorite piece of downloadable content ever. Maybe even topping the legendary Minerva's Den. And Blood and Wine, or whatever the last one was very good as well. But Hearts of Stone was, oh my god, Hearts of Stone is so good.
There's a lot of shit that goes. I remember
You know the story of
opening
Faust?
parts of The Witcher, and there was just a lot of shit that they threw at me, which I wasn't down for.
Yeah, you kind of.
Let me tell you about Gwent.
And
Don't-
Gwent is a
no,
whole
you don't have
nother
to.
thing.
You don't have
that
to.
I'm like, I don't want to do this.
You don't have to do Gwent. I did 0 Gwent. Geralt fights with his sword, not his cards.
I did like 200 hours of Gwent.
Yeah, there's a standalone game. Apparently, Gwent is like very popular and actually a really good competitive card game
Yeah, but
because it's like chess. Apparently,
It's not.
there's very little random to it. I guess
It's not on tablet, and
it might be now, isn't it?
maybe.
I thought
I
I
don't
heard
know.
it did come to everything.
I don't know. I'm playing too much Eternal to care about
Yeah.
that.
Congratulations, by the way, on reaching Masters rank.
Yeah, Masters.
That's super impressive.
That's right.
Super impressive.
And
It didn't even take you 500 games.
no, it was I was unbelievably quick this month.
I did it once, and I had to brute force it by literally playing over 1,000 games that season, and I never want to play again.
I
ever.
was really shocked how quick and easy it was.
Yeah,
Uh,
you lucky
I
bastard.
started. I think for the season I started in Silver 3, and Silver and Gold, all Silver 3, and then I started in Silver 1 because that's
usually about where I
the
start.
highest placing in Silver. So I started there, and absolutely breezed through both Silver and Gold probably in like 2 days. And I don't play a lot. I do my daily win, and then I put it down during the week. And then if I have a little bit of time on the weekend, I'll play for maybe an hour or two on the weekend.
Yeah,
And so Silver and Gold breezed through. Plat 3, I think it took me probably about 2 hours to get through Plat 3.
it's not bad.
And then Plat 2, I went 7-0 all the way through it.
Which is amazing because I have, what is that, 15 points a win?
Yeah.
I've never gotten more than 10 points a win above platinum, so I don't know how.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I do not understand that system. I've played probably 10,000 games.
Yeah,
and
it
I
doesn't
have
make a lot
no
of
idea.
sense. I've I've gotten in plat. I think the highest I got was 18 points for a win.
That's a lot.
I know.
That's insane.
But and then plat 1 was 9-2.
Wow.
I think I went 1-1, 1-1, and then 7 straight.
7-0. Wow. That's something.
Yeah.
You didn't get land screwed game after 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 game.
Well, I built my deck as basically.
Your deck looked bad. You sent me the deck, and I'm like, you fucking hit Masters with this bullshit? Are you...
Well,
God.
I built it specifically to beat aggro decks and to beat the mirror match. So...
Just crushed, because that's all the meta is right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I played, for those of you who know Eternal, I played 4 copies of the 4-mana Revenge creature. That
I know! Oh my god! That card is shit! That card is such shit!
You have... It's a 2/2 for 4, green, black.
There's so many better 4-drops.
When it comes into play, it deals 2 damage to your opponent, and it has lifesteal.
Yeah.
And it has revenge. You have no idea how many aggro decks take like 15 seconds to read the card on turn 4 when I play it.
Concede.
And then just concede.
It's so bad. It's not objectively bad. It's just that there are much more powerful cards you could play in that slot.
It's true. There are much more powerful cards, but it's
Stone Powder
very
Alchemist.
good against aggro.
Yeah.
And
you don't play the meta. Right?
Yeah. When you have nothing but aggro decks that you're against, and you play a card, and they just concede to it. So
Brandon's saying that Magic the Gathering Eternal was really good, and kind of what we had hoped it would be has really taken the wind out of my sails on Eternal. I'm really looking forward to Magic Arena. Yeah. What did I say?
Magic the Gathering Eternal.
Oh. I'm very tired. Really looking forward to it. That seems rad.
But yeah, so I cracked my rewards for Masters.
Legendaries.
And yeah, you told me that it was 2 legendaries. Two
foil legendaries.
I only got 1. I got 1 foil legendary in 3 packs.
I wonder if they reduced... I wonder if they made it easier to get out of Platinum and also reduce the rewards.
I don't know. I mean...
For sure it used to be 2. For sure it did.
And maybe it's different.
Maybe not.
I mean, it could be random, right?
That, who knows?
Like, it could be...
No, because
sometimes
it shows you on the... Or maybe different... I don't know.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows?
Who knows?
It's a great card game.
But yeah, so I'm trying to decide what I want to play for next month, because I don't want to play the same deck again.
No.
So we'll see.
Yeah, that's cool. Anybody got anything else they want to bring up here? Step 1 of the show, Phase 1. The Keeleys are next week. You guys all excited for that? The Game Awards. Is that time again, y'all?
Is Jessica Alba going to be there high on coke?
I don't know, man. I put out a little tweet today thinking about the Keeleys in retrospect being like, what are the right questions to ask now? Like, which host is going to show up and be too stoned? Is it like which grossly out of place musical guest are they going to have? Is it what version of what real version of Metal Gear 5 is Kojima going to show us this year?
Kojima always drops shit during those shows, so I'm actually
always,
now that you mention it, like I'm actually stoked to see more of Death Stranding.
Him and Jeff Keighley are.
Yeah.
I think this is the year where we find out Death Stranding's not called Death Stranding. I mean, you're doing tip to tip. I am so gay for Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy.
Schnoodle the hell out of him.
Anything he wants and more. Just the box.
There's been nothing on Death Stranding. You
No, zero. Nothing. Absolutely
You think
nothing.
it's going to be a different game. You think it's going to be Metal Gear 5.
I want to think it's going to be Metal Gear 5. Come on. I'm not naive enough. But I wish I was. I want to see him come out hand in hand with the CEO of Konami and be like, "We fooled you all!"
That's not how he reveals his shit, though.
And then it cuts to footage of Metal Gear 5 and Venom Snake as Kiefer Sutherland says, "Kept you waiting." And then on the, it's like you get a little bit of David Hayter there, and then David Hayter comes out from underneath the box, and it's the best.
Oh, you're just setting yourself up for
It's the best. And then Joel McHale comes out again and shits all over gamers.
Is that the guy from Community?
Yeah. That was a bad year. Did we? No, Beyond Good and Evil was at E3. Never mind. I was going to say, we might have seen Beyond Good and Evil 2 at that thing, which is fucking crazy. They always have some big announcement, and it's almost always
So
Kojima.
that's actually pretty exciting. When's that, next week?
Yeah, next week. I think on like Friday or something. By the time we record next show, it probably should have happened.
Good.
Yeah, it's getting that time again. Christmas almost here, and then we're on the road to E3.
E3's in like June.
That's not too far from now. Like just over half a year. Let's go for a quick break, and we'll come back here, do the news, and all that jazz. We'll see you here, other side of this jazz.
Jazz.
It's going to happen for the New Year's show.
I don't know. We'll probably
We don't
do it on
know.
that day.
Which day?
The day I put in the chat that I don't want to say on these live microphones.
Oh, what?
Did you put something in the
You
chat?
didn't fucking put anything in the
No,
chat.
I don't think you did.
Well, we all did a survey, and I'm like,
Well, the
If
last thing
Warren
you said
can
on the
make-
survey
I'm
was
like,
this
can
day
Brandon-
and this day.
yeah.
Can anybody make this work? And then nobody responded.
no, and then Warren's like, I can make that work, because I'm like, can Brandon make
Yeah, and
these
then
days
it
work,
left
or can
it
Warren
open,
make these days work?
And then you didn't confirm anything.
Well, yeah, because I'm not ready to confirm it yet.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to be here to plan and run and set up the show. So,
Right.
is it? I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
what about
Also, what about our guest? I have to talk about our guest to logistics. We need to work out the logistics of our guest.
who? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you guys don't? You haven't heard? Oh, you haven't heard? Oh, never mind. My client, my new client.
Oh, is
is
this this
But
is
he will need a place to stay. He cannot stay with me.
so?
It's hard to.
So after the street, after
Extra Life.
after Extra Life, when I told you, hey, that thing that you were like talking about, and you're like, none of your fucking business.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a long
Turns
time.
out it is my business.
We've been talking about it for a long time.
because you're obviously gonna ask for him
Because he
for him
can't
to
stay in his
here.
place.
No, I think I'm gonna. I don't know. We should really talk about it after. But like, I'm not gonna be here. Like, it's hard to justify.
Let's do it in February then.
Yeah, we
What
could,
about,
but like, I don't know what I'm doing in February either. Maybe I'm fucking working $1 million in February.
Like
right?
no,
it's
like,
hard to
live
fly.
mics or not.
It's hard to fly.
Why don't we do it like legit New Year's Eve weekend? New Year's Eve is on a Monday. We could do it on the Saturday. I don't know if
not a
that
bad
doesn't work
idea.
for you.
No.
Okay.
It's
I
just
just
hard.
don't know if
It's
that
just
was
hard.
ever
Like
in
the timing's
discussion.
not that bad. It's just hard to justify flying him. Like usually, fly him out on like we'll hang out like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Send him back Monday. Like I'm gonna get back Friday night and probably just go to bed, and then come here Saturday, set up, do the show, be so hungover Sunday that like I'm not making it back here.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I'll talk to him, but it's gonna be like, hey, you should fly out and then leave immediately. What do you? Is that cool or? I don't know. We'll talk to him.
It's fucked.
We'll talk to him.
Just take some time off work.
The Honesty Eats show. Shut up, Tomo. You don't know anything. Stop giving. Protect the business, brother.
Yeah, just take some time off work, man.
I'm gonna have to,
Take like
but
a
I
day.
can't go in
Take a day or
January.
two.
I can't go in January because they're like, yo, dog, we need you these dates, and they just told me today.
Well, then
so
once you quit your job,
Yeah,
then it
that's true.
doesn't
Well, what's this-
matter.
I'm only an electrician for another 10 months.
What's the schedule? Just be like, okay, this weekend
Because they're
I'm gonna bail on Thursday because I got something that week.
like, we'll get this guy will take these weeks and you'll take these weeks and it's all planned. All right, thanks, Maddie. Hey,
Yeah,
nice,
and
good
be
job.
like, yeah, okay, I'll commit to that, but I have a thing this weekend, so I'm gonna bail that weekend for you guys.
I probably could. I'm sure it would be fine.
Yeah, doesn't hurt to ask. And if it hurts to ask, then you just tell them. And if they don't accept it, just be like, drop the mic, take your dick out.
That's-
Funk. It's cold outside. I try not to take my dick out in the cold. It's not very flattering. Yeah. No, I don't know. We'll probably do that day then.
Well, whatever works. So like
I'll-
I'm,
still still
That
don't know
day
what
is the
day
day
that
that works.
is.
if it's got to be
20th.
February,
It's January 20th.
if it's got to be February, then family day long weekend, I'm no good. But
Yeah.
any other weekend, I'm good.
Who actually does stuff with their family on Family Day?
Not me. It's Nerd Olympics weekend.
Oh, right. Right, of course. No, I think it'll probably be the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just said it into the mic.
Yeah. Tomo, it's gonna be the 20th of January. Don't tell anybody. Or do. It doesn't matter. I just don't want to officially announce it on the show because if it moves, then I'm an asshole.
Yeah, so if you tell people and it moves, you're the asshole.
Maybe we should see about getting 2 guests. Because, we only had 1 guest last year.
Yeah. Who would the second guest be?
The most obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd come?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Really?
Yep. Guarantee you would.
Wow.
Any chance to flaunt the success of his bullshit, shitty little show
I
in
guess.
my face.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait a second. I thought the first guy was this guy we're talking about now.
No,
Nope.
the
Who's
second.
the first guy?
Don't worry about it.
The first guy is blah 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 blah. The second guy is. Can I say that one?
No.
No.
I don't know.
Because
who we're
some
talking about.
or all of,
Who's got a pen?
One or more of them might just be me with, the sides of my beard shaved off again or something. I don't know.
First guy, second guy.
Martin Tranter, you got it. The original.
Oh.
Marty himself.
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. Come on. Come on, fam.
This guy's never been on the podcast before, apparently.
Apparently, yeah.
No, I just the way you guys said about the first guy, it was like, okay, well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Second guy was like, no, yada yada yada, flaunt his bullshit, and I'm like, oh, I thought he was
No, the first guy has every right to flaunt his bullshit. Man, I can't hold a candle to that bullshit. The other bullshit is legitimate bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Put your headphones on, Liz.
For the record, I like guy number 2.
Me too.
I like them both.
I like them both too.
I like them both.
I do too.
In small doses.
I feel bad because I got my new
absolutely
phone
do
and
too.
I went out of my way not to download Line again because
Line?
Line app
What's
I don't know
that?
what that
or
is.
no WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Yeah,
Oh.
because that's where I used to talk to him all the time.
You can get them. You can Slack them. Or,
That's where I talk to him as
never
well.
mind. Yeah, I still have it on mine.
Oh,
We could-
really?
Yeah, we could make it
Yeah.
work if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
He's busy, man. He's busy making mad internet meme cheddar, son. Fucking sub to my Patreon. I'll sub to your Patreon.
Does he even still make? Does he even still do a podcast?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
I haven't
do it.
listened to it in
Dude, he
so
phoned me
long.
out of nowhere to be like, "We're super popular. You suck."
That was like
Like,
months
you
ago,
fucker.
though.
A few months.
Yeah.
A couple months. Yeah.
He went to England to meet those guys, hang out with those guys.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
because he's got fat stacks.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah.
No, he phoned me to be like, "Oh, you bought some new mics. How much did you pay for those?" Ha ha ha! You got ripped off. I could have got it for less. I'm like, okay,
Well,
thank
I
you.
mean,
That doesn't make me feel very nice.
No, probably not. But
Well, that's what he does for a living.
What does he do for a living?
He's a salesman for like.
is he salesman or is he like IT?
He sells.
for a
He's
thing.
he's like a salesman for like school districts.
Yeah.
For their
Oh,
PC
okay,
for
okay.
like their computer divisions.
I gotcha. Idiots.
Yeah.
He's selling idiot machines to idiots.
Yes. Yes.
I wish I had that job. I'm just jealous of everyone's success but mine. You want to talk? You want to talk about some news? Real low to real high. Let's
sad.
do it. My life is sad.
Yeah, these are interesting stories that you put down here.
Yeah. Hey,
Since
thanks.
nobody participates.
Thanks so much, everybody. I only did 70 hours this week, but I still found time to pull some news. Let's get into it.
I don't even browse like video game news anymore.
I don't
I'm
either.
like,
I just
this
honestly
shit
don't.
Sucks.
I don't honestly
I
care
do
about
it.
video game
I
news.
do it when I'm like, oh, we need news to talk about on the show. Video game news.
I hear ya.
And like,
But I like-
as I'm listening to podcasts during the week, I'm like, oh, really? That okay? I'll make a little note here. That happened. All right.
What are you writing down? Where are you writing this down?
On my phone. On a
Okay,
notepad on my phone.
okay.
A literal notepad in my pocket. Which I actually also do carry, so could if I wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. But no. Yeah, I do it on my phone.
Okay.
What do you do when you listen to podcasts? You're like, oh, that's an interesting story.
No, I'm
that
like, huh.
Listeners of my podcast might want to know
Yeah,
about as well.
exactly.
Oh, well.
That's interesting. I should remember that. And then I don't remember that.
That's why you write that shit down.
I know.
Take it from a seasoned pepper grinder. Write it down.
Yeah.
Because who knows where that thought's going in 2 minutes. The video game industry is in a bad...
Let me rewind it. Just before you even start, there was the email. I forget. It was probably Satpod. But somebody asked what the pepper grinder thing The whole thing was.
Apparently,
That seems
they
like
are,
a question for email. time.
Apparently, they are like wide open about this on their podcast.
Oh yeah, super.
Yeah, we're not.
But
on
they
this
didn't
podcast.
get. They didn't get it.
Do you know why we're not wide open about this on this podcast?
I don't know. It's just
No, there's one simple reason.
why.
Because my parents. It's a big secret. My parents don't know. Let's be cool, you guys.
Oh, okay.
Your parents don't listen to the podcast.
Sometimes they do, though. Is the problem?
Yeah,
It's like
every once in a while.
Well, I go for breakfast with my mom every week, and every now and then she's like, "I was listening to your talking weightless thing," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a talking reckless actually." But thank you for listening. What'd you think? Oh, you guys should talk more or less. Do you just play games by yourself? That's boring. Like,
My
"No."
mom actually
Thanks,
was telling
Mom.
me a little while ago that she was listening to one of our live shows.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
wow.
I'm like, wow, Mom, not only did you turn on the computer, but you found a way to our website.
It's our worst kept secret. It's our worst kept secret.
Sure, but
Very soon we'll be able to discuss it openly.
the whole question was like, hey, what's up with this grind and pepper thing? Does it mean what I think it means, and where did it come from? And it was on the Sap Pod because I remember it was Brando and Warren talking about it. Mm-hmm. And those two are like the furthest thing away. Well, not really the
Warren.
furthest thing away,
Warren's not.
but at least from that joke.
Oh, because Pepper Grinder originated here.
Here,
in
with the
this
three of
house.
us, yeah.
Yes. You.
Yeah.
Was it in this house?
Yes, it
yes,
was.
because
The thing was on the thing.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
why is there a pepper grinder on the table?
the fuck is that?
That's exactly where it came from.
Because Kevin like going to Olive Garden. He loves the Parmesan cheese
Yeah.
and fresh cracked pepper on
Anyways.
his meals.
Fresh cracked pepper is the best kind of pepper.
I'm sure
I
that
love
fan
fresh
who wrote
cracked
in
pepper.
there was a crossover fan between the two shows. I don't know why he didn't ask it on this one, but I hope he
'Cause-
hears this and
Because we wouldn't answer it.
well, I mean, as best as we answered it right now.
Whatever. It's a worst. It means smoking weed. All right. It means the consumption of cannabis
Holy shit!
is what it means.
I
Is
don't
that what you
support
wanted?
that.
Is that what you wanted to
I
hear?
don't support
Is that what you
that.
wanted to hear?
I don't.
That's what it means.
I don't partake in any of
That's
that.
what it wants to be. I am neither willing to confirm nor deny listen, I smoked the ones I didn't inhale. That's what it means. That's what grinding pepper means. That's what it means.
That's what it means.
I mean, I guess specifically it means grinding up marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's that fucking
not-
vape machine that you had that looked like a pepper grinder. And whenever you guys
Oh
went
yeah,
to go
it
vape,
was.
it's like, I'm gonna go grind some pepper.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm like, why is there a pepper grinder?
So you
on
just
here?
you just
Yeah.
dropped the whole bomb.
Yeah, it was.
That's
Drop
what it
the
was.
whole bong.
Dropped the whole bong.
All right, let's come back and talk about some news. Yes,
news.
back here with the official start of the show. If you're joining us, listen, you want to know some things about some stuff? Maybe tune into the Twitch live video archive of this one.
Yeah, that was an exclusive clip for everybody. Blew the doors off everything.
Yeah, holy.
I don't even know what picked up. There was talks about New Year's show,
It's tough to say. Yeah,
guests, and old adages.
yeah. All over the video game industry is going up in smoke.
That's kind of fine.
No.
Yeah, it is.
You remember that Battlefront 2 debacle we talked about a couple weeks ago?
Sure.
The story develops now. That single incident has managed to tank the stocks. Well, not tank. I mean, 5%. 5% is a very
to be
big-
fair,
very big amount.
that really didn't have anything to do with what tanked the stocks.
It was the catalyst to what led to all these investigations.
Well, no,
and-
the catalyst was, I don't remember, I don't know which state it was, but a state senator came out and had a press conference.
It's Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Okay, where he said basically, we didn't let Joe Camel teach your kids how to smoke cigarettes. We shouldn't let Star Wars teach your kids how to gamble.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Star Wars themed casinos, I think was a quote that he said.
Yeah.
Anyways, the whole Battlefront debacle has sparked off this. I mean, it's not a crash. I don't know, man. The video game industry can't crash. But anyways, Activision Blizzard, Take-Two Interactive, and EA's stocks all fell about 5%. Which
5% is huge.
That is a very big deal. So the price of Bitcoin went up 3% over the weekend, and that was like $2,000 or
Well,
whatever.
It went up and then it immediately crashed, and then it went back up and then it immediately crashed.
price of
So,
Bitcoin?
yeah.
Nope, it is just going up.
No,
it is.
it's been going down every day.
Listen, as someone who owns a lot of money in Bitcoin, it is just going up. It is literally just going up. It hit a new
Do
high.
you own a full Bitcoin?
No, unfortunately not. I am not that wealthy. But
No, because last weekend it. Well, I don't know if it
you're
was
wrong.
last weekend, but
Wednesday it hit a new
spiked
all-time high.
at like $11,000, and then like
11.3
and then like 45 minutes later it dropped to
92.
8,000.
It didn't. It never hit 8. It went to 92.
Basically
you can't
8,000.
argue. No, you can't
Basically
argue. Listen,
8,000.
I stare at these charts a lot of my day. I have a lot of time at work to just watch mine and be like, oh, maybe this was a bad investment. Oh God, it's at 92. Oh my God, it's back at 11. Oh my God, it's back at 93. Holy, it's at 13.
It's so volatile.
It's so volatile, but like.
But it does.
That's if you want to make the money.
It's very hockey stick. It has
Yeah.
an amazing upward trend.
The when that bubble bursts, holy!
But will it?
That's exactly the question.
Yeah.
Will it?
Well, it will.
It does,
but when?
When it does, there's gonna be a lot of money to be made on the way down. I want to be on the money making side.
That's not how stocks work. You don't make money on the way down.
You do.
Absolutely, you do. Of
When
course
it's
you do.
low, that's when you buy.
No, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. We're talking about things way over your little heads. It's fun.
Is that not what we're talking about?
It kind of is.
Yeah.
But
BioWare's going to be up for sale.
you can.
Did you hear BioWare's moving to a new spot downtown?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. How do the Radisson? They used to be in the Radisson.
They're
Right?
in the
Yeah.
I think they're going to go into that Epcor Tower or something. Telus Tower or something.
Yeah.
Imagine, once we buy them for pennies on the dollar, we have offices on the top floor. We're doing this.
We've got
Same table,
yeah.
modern offices.
Sir Chad is backing me up. He happens to be watching live, and he's confirming everything I'm saying. 92 correct, not a crash correct, making money correct. Ching ching. Count them. Dollars.
Whatever. When you go from
Dollars.
11,000 to
Zero.
about 9,000 in a matter of 15 minutes, that can be considered a crash.
I guess it was just a chance to put more money in, son. Every dip, more money.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
More money. What is the problem?
You're putting it into my face.
The money. Take it. Anyways, these fucking stocks fell 5%. That is a big deal, especially for, I'd say, the three. I mean, Activision Blizzard, certainly the biggest video game publisher in the world, at least property-wise. Well, Star Wars. They're huge. Take-Two, EA, Activision Blizzard, three of the biggest. Stocks down. That is bad, but that also might be great for us, the player, because hopefully that means these companies are finally going to take a look at this and maybe consider a different approach.
Well, I mean, they might be forced to because
pack it all into loot boxes. I don't know.
there's legislation being proposed
Yeah.
to put an end to loot boxes.
Boy, that would be so good. That'd be so good. Like,
See, I
we know where you stand
Yes,
on the
but
wrong side of the law.
let me defend myself for a second.
Hitler supporter through and through. What if the Jews do run the economy? I don't know. You sick bastard.
Let him talk.
All right.
I don't even want to say anything after that. No, the way China does it is the way I want to see brought to North America. Any loot box in any video game has to have listed probabilities for everything that comes out of it in China.
That's a great first step.
Yes.
Sure.
That is an absolute great first step. So if you're getting ready to buy a loot box and they're advertising the super awesome thing that you could get, hey, buy this loot box, you'll get the super awesome thing. In North America, they just have to say that. In China, they have to say, by the way, that's a 0.00002% chance to get the super awesome thing.
That said, I don't think those probabilities would have solved any of Battlefront's problems.
Not Battlefront's problems, but they would have solved a lot of problems in the loot box scheme.
It's true.
In general.
You're right. The more upfront you are, the more information you give,
Yes.
the less like gambling it looks
Exactly.
and feels.
But the other thing is, a lot of people, no matter which way you talk about it, a lot of people say it's gambling just because there are fail states to every loot box you buy.
Yes,
the way
you're always getting something, but that something
Yeah.
is often might as well be nothing.
Exactly. It's like penny slots in a casino.
Yes.
You're always going to
Winning every pull.
on penny slots, but you might be winning 7% of what you put in for the spin.
Yeah.
So publishing the probabilities up front will be a good start for sure.
Yeah. It's like, this is still such a crazy story of 6 hours before the game launched. The game was already out for early purchasers. 6 hours before public launch, they pull the purchases out.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like, what happened? Was it just somebody?
It was all the Reddit posts.
Was it just somebody?
100% the Reddit posts.
But like, since when has EA give a shit? EA has been the worst company in America or the world or whatever for 26 years consecutively, and then they just belch out fire and brimstone, and everybody hates them, and they have never cared. And then all of a sudden, was it somebody at Disney? Did Walt Disney Frozen Robot make the call and was like, fix it?
They had the number one most
Fix it,
downvoted post in all time on Reddit, which was
But
like,
like,
it's 600,000 unique people downvoted EA's response to loot boxes.
before this comment took the most downvoted comment, do you know who had the most downvoted comment before?
EA.
It was still EA,
Yeah, no,
and
yeah.
they didn't fucking
Yeah.
care.
EA has 7 of the top 10, but the scale was astronomical. The scale for second place was probably 1/20th of the
I
scale
still
of
don't
how
think that's
much
it, man.
It
Just
had to have-
pull a revenue stream completely out 6 hours before launch. Like, that is unprecedented, and all, like, what had to happen behind the scenes to make that happen that quickly? Like, it was almost inconceivable.
Well, the amount of community backlash that they got. No,
But when the beta came out, people were like, "This is fucked," and then they changed it, and people played it again. We're like, "This is still totally fucked." And then the early thing came out, and people played it more. We're like, "It takes 4,000 hours or $2,800 to unlock these things. This is still totally fucked."
I'm sure it
And
had,
then
because it had
right near
had
the
something
end.
to do with the Reddit post was obviously one factor. Number of returns was another factor, because EA actually shut down because they have what is their store, Origin?
Yeah.
They shut down automatic returns on Origin because so many people were trying to return the game, so they had to shut down automatic returns, and they had to have every return authorized by a physical person at EA. So that was another factor, because so many people were trying to return the game. They
Yikes.
had to shut it down.
It's still, if this game weren't Star Wars,
if
this
it
would
weren't
never-
Star
this would
Wars,
never
this
happen.
game wouldn't be out anymore.
this game would be out, and it would just be another shitty game, and we would just live with it, and there would be a couple people who put a lot of money in, and they would totally break even.
See, I don't think so. I think if this game wasn't Star Wars, the game would have been scrapped.
Not 6 hours before launch.
Not scrapped, but
Not
it would have
6
been
hours
delayed.
before launch.
It would have been delayed.
6 hours before launch? No way. You've
Absolutely.
already let the people who pre-bought play on Friday, and the servers are spinning, and the discs are pressed to gold and on store shelves. There is no way. There is no way.
When 80% of your
No.
when 80% of your pre-orders try to return your game 12
Doesn't
hours before
matter.
launch,
You can only return on Origin. You're still making money, and like we've established, EA don't care as long as the money's coming in.
EA clearly cares.
No,
They care in some way, because
will-
the only thing they care about is their bottom line. And when you have 80% of your player base saying that they hate your game and they're never going to buy another EA product,
I think it is 100% Disney. I think Disney was like, "Yo, we have a Star Wars movie coming out in like 2 weeks. This is one of the biggest IPs in the world. We cannot have this stain on it. Like, fucking fix it. I don't know how. You have 8 hours till launch. Fix it. Fix it.
it's true. Disney was
Fix
Disney was absolutely probably a factor. But to say that if it was any other IP, the same thing wouldn't have happened, I don't think I can. I don't think I can buy
any
into
other
that.
IP. But if it was just like generic war shooter game,
True, generic war shooter
Battlefield
game. But
1, 2.
But if it would have been like,
se-
let's say the
second
exact
Battlefield.
same backlash would have happened to a Call of Duty game.
Yeah,
I think
it
the
is
exact
happening
same
right
thing
now.
would have happened.
No, Call of Duty's still out. I mean, it's not nearly the scale of backlash.
Well, no,
of course,
it's
but
obviously.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. That seemed Oliver. Can you weigh in, please?
I've only heard speculation about like conspiracy about how like they're like, okay, let's try this, and obviously if we get away with it, it's gonna be fucking awesome. But if not, which they're probably there's gonna be backlash to, we can scale it back to what we kind of really want to put out.
The 75% reduction thing
Yeah,
that they did.
but I don't think. But like on that same idea, I don't think they really predicted the amount of backlash and the scale of how everything went. So now they're like backpedaling. Now it's like hitting them where their money is. So it's
Good.
Hit
them where it hurts.
I mean,
in the stocks.
yes, it's good, and I know I'm sort of passive with all this shit. It's because like I don't play games that this type of thing affects.
Yeah. Yet,
So-
anyways.
Yeah, anyways, I see it, right? I see whenever I'm playing Assassin's Creed, the Uplay store or something. Like I take a mission from this one dude, little dude, and he's like, you can get a chance to win this. And I'm like, fucking A. But like it's not like pushing me to spend money.
Yeah.
Same thing with Uncharted Online. It's like, hey, you can dress your Drake up in this cool beanie hat. And I have a cool beanie hat like that. I would love for Drake to dress in that.
Can you get Fat Drake? I'd buy Fat Drake.
I don't think you can. Weird. Anyways, he's like, yeah, you can open up this loot box and use your in-game currency to get it, or you can pay for it. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to keep grinding away at this. It really doesn't affect me. I'm glad people are talking and that it is making a change, because yes, I see that it's a bad way to go.
Yeah.
And going back to that conspiracy theory is like, if these guys were actually thinking, hey, let's put this thing out and let's see where it goes,
Yeah, maybe nobody says anything.
that'd be fucked up.
Yep.
That'd be totally fucked up.
And like all that said, listen, there are people working on Battlefront 2, I'm sure night and day, who have tried their damnedest to make a great game. This is not the developers in there who are going, what if we really fucked people over with these micro? What if we really lined our pockets here and just put a ton of loot boxes like that? That's just not how it works. There's some suit making money,
at
making
the same
decisions
time, you
up
guys,
here.
I still got a text message from one of my friends. Is, have you seen that new Battlefront game? I'm like, don't do it.
I tried to talk.
Let me finish
okay,
my story.
sorry.
I'm like, just don't do it. And he's like, yeah, what's wrong? It looks awesome. I'm like, there's a lot of shittiness surrounding it. It's a long story. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, tell me. I really want to buy this game. I'm like, please don't buy this game. Just please don't buy this game. He kept pestering me, and then I started telling him about all this stuff. He's like, whoa, I didn't know that. It's like, oh, good thing I didn't buy this game. So, like, the general public doesn't know about this shit.
No.
And I don't know about that because
And these games are still being sold.
They are totally.
Yeah.
I got a new phone this week. I went to Best Buy to get a case, and a kid and his parents were behind me, and the kid was just so excited about Battlefront 2. He's like, "You get to play as Darth Vader, and there's like infinite replayability, and it's multiplayer all the
What
time."
did you do?
Nothing. I didn't say a thing because I was like running through the conversation in my head. And I'm like, how do I explain that it is possible to technically, yes, you can play as Darth Vader if you are very lucky or very dedicated. But like, does that matter to this 10-year-old? Probably not.
Well, you're not talking to the 10-year-old kid.
I would have
about it.
been.
You're talking-
I totally would have had to because he's like describing it to his dad and says like, "Oh, Darth Vader, huh?" And
Then
like
you
you could just
speak to the dad, and you're gonna crush this kid
no,
for sure.
Dad's not going to give a trust
No,
me.
yeah,
Dad's not
Dad's
going to
not
give a
gonna-
fuck. Dad's gonna be, if
I
it makes him
guess,
happy, just
yeah.
get it for him.
See,
Who cares?
It
And
still
it was
happens.
like, it
Yeah.
was really a moment of like, I really want to save this kid from himself, but he's probably just going to think I'm a weirdo.
At 10 years old, he's still gonna play,
And yeah, he's gonna have a great
and
time.
he's gonna have a great time. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta keep playing to get Darth Vader."
Yeah, I put Dad's credit card in, and now I'm Luke Skywalker.
And see, that's the thing. Like I've been in the same boat. I've talked people out of buying this game as well. But
I would, like on principle, I would.
yeah, no, exactly. And there's also people who I know who have the game, and they speak nothing but the highest praises for it. They say it's great.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel about Warren sometimes.
Like my friend would have bought that game and would have been like, "This game is awesome."
You should buy it and play with me.
Yeah, we should get together and play. Because yeah, he's actually been saying to me,
Do you guys all just want to buy Star Wars Battlefront 2?
"No,
Kind of just a little
don't buy
bit.
it.
Kind of just a little bit.
Don't buy it."
I still really, really, really love how it looks and how it sounds. It sounds so much like Star Wars.
The single player is apparently amazing. I've
Really?
heard
I've heard the single player is
amazing things
apparently
about the single player.
amazingly terrible is what
Really?
I heard. We've heard
Interesting.
exactly opposite things.
Who did you hear from? Did you hear
Accredited
it from
video game reviewers who have
Okay,
been doing
there you
this
go.
for
There
over
you go.
30 years.
So fuck them. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just like when you hear like Hollywood movie reviewers saying, "Oh, that comedy movie that's only supposed to hit your comedy nerves. Yeah, that's only like a 5 out of 10 because it's not a dramatic movie that has a lot of plot points that are really interesting for everybody to hear." It's like reviewers look at different things
It's true. It's
than
very true.
than your average game player will look at.
Yeah, of course.
So when a reviewer has a negative score on a game, does that mean anything to me? Not really.
I don't. But like,
It's more than just the reviewer and the review he gives. It's like
Yeah.
these guys are the guys we listen to.
They
Same
give.
thing.
Reviewers can be women too.
Sure.
none of the ones I follow. That's
it-
not true at all, actually.
It's these guys that we've been listening to for years and years and years, and I believe in their opinion.
Oh,
I
yeah.
trust in their opinion.
I don't actually read their reviews.
No,
like,
neither do
I.
I.
haven't read a review
The
in
only
probably
time
10
I actually
years.
ever like interface with these guys is like them talking to me over a recorded podcast, so I can't argue with them in one way or another.
I would very much recommend making your own opinions about video games.
But that
Yeah.
that involves
And then
potentially
I do.
buying bad video. That involves buying Battlefront 2 and being like, oh god, what have I done? I should have just burned this $80.
But that's kind of the thing.
I have burned many of $80.
oh, so have I. Don't get me wrong. I just try not to as often as possible.
That's kind of the thing with me is like I knew I wanted to play an Assassin's Creed, so I was going to buy that Assassin's Creed no matter what. Mm-hmm. Right? And I did that same thing with Unity, and that burned me.
Yeah, Unity was. Oh.
But fortunately, this game is good, and it's just the thing. Like Battlefront was never on my radar, so I was like, "Fuck it, I don't care really what's going on. This crazy what's going on, but I don't really care." Same with like a lot of other things. Like that's a new Telltale game, or a new Telltale game is being announced, and it's with an IP that I really like, so I'm buying that no matter what.
Yeah.
Which IP?
No, it's just
For
hypothetical.
example.
like
Yeah.
hypothetically.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
gotcha.
Kevin, we're yes and on this podcast.
That's just me though,
Yeah.
and like
The reviewers that I follow, these exact same reviewers that we were talking about right now, fucking hate the Telltale games and have like just
yeah.
shit talk them to no end, and
Yeah.
I still really enjoy those
And
games.
see, that's
so, like,
just
I
it,
do form my own opinions, yes, but I still.
But
they're informed by
When
others.
they have, like, we love
Just like we're doing
the
to people
Telltale
now.
games.
Yeah.
So, well, exactly. Like, but I don't know. I always feel like to just take, if you're gonna listen to the reviewers, don't just listen to one reviewer.
No, of course not. Go out there and like watch some. It's so easy to go watch some footage now and
Yeah.
see how a game plays and what it is. And the bottom line is, don't pre-order games ever. Don't ever pre-order games. There's no good reason to pre-order a game.
There's absolutely a good
Nope.
reason, and I'll tell you,
Sometimes
I pre-ordered.
you get Metal Gear statues.
Well, yes,
Okay,
that's kind of getting.
Tell me, which game do I have to pre-order to get these Metal Gear statues?
I pre-ordered Horizon Zero Dawn because whatever. I knew I was going to buy that game. I knew I was going to buy that game. I knew I was going to play that game. And as a bonus, they gave me this cool, like, dynamic theme for my PlayStation, which is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Kind of awesome. And then Frozen Wilds came out just like, what, last month?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
And I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy that. And I go, and lo and behold, it's already installed and downloaded, or downloaded and installed. I'm like, I totally forgot that this was included in that. So, fucking A.
Great, I guess. But like, you didn't know what that was. What if that DLC was like,
Yeah.
here's some more time trials.
Probably.
Enjoy.
I had already written it off. I didn't even remember, but I knew I was going to buy Frozen Wilds.
That is a point in my.
I
defense
know,
of don't
I
fucking
know.
pre-order.
But I'm just saying that it actually turned out well. this
Yeah,
time.
you did. You flipped the coin and it came up heads for you. But
And that's the thing too. Like I pre-ordered Final Fantasy 15 with the full season pass. I put 80 hours into the main game, and I haven't played any of the DLC. There's probably like 3 or 4 DLCs that have come out for that game that I have not touched.
the multiplayer thing is out now. Apparently, it's pretty okay.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. I think you have a VR thing too. Maybe you can
Oh, wow.
ride in the car and look
There's a fishing thing.
at the boobs. I don't know. There's boobs to look at. I don't know.
Sid's boobs.
Yeah, there's always in VR. There's always boobs and some. Why are you taking your headphones off to go look at the boobs? Oh, okay, never mind. I don't know. I just got that he's gonna reveal himself. Apparently,
Yeah, that was a weird motion.
All right, you might come back with no pants on or something. Sure. Man, like.
Again, for me, and it's kind of shitty for me, is that
Good
like,
for everyone who got out there.
Yeah,
and said
yeah,
their
and I'm
piece.
glad people are making a difference.
And we are perpetuating change. Finally, if only we could do this with like. Imagine if we could do this with
Real
things
life.
that really mattered,
Yeah,
not just
I agree.
Battlefront. But what can you do?
But again, for me, like, unless
It'll come.
the Uncharted games, the Last of Us games, whatever Hideo Kojima's making, those games are not. I can probably say for pretty good certainty that those games are probably not going to be affected by this one way or another.
They might be.
I don't think
They might
so.
be.
I don't like maybe
5% stock.
Uncharted
decrease
Online
is
and Last of Us Online. Yes, maybe the loot boxes that they had in mind are like, okay, well, we should dial that back or whatever. But I mean, the main game, the game that I buy that, like the portion that I buy that game for, is like not being affected by this, and that's why I'm kind of just kind of like
it's because
sloughing it off.
the only way you can imagine it being affected by this is so like horrific and impossible and unbelievable that if it were to ever happen, this wouldn't be real life. It couldn't happen. It could never happen. They would never ever sell you piecemeal missions in Metal Gear. You get one mission and have to buy each one or buy a fucking loot box and maybe get the story cinematics or whatever until it does happen. And
Until
it's
it does happen,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, geez, okay. Now Konami has the worst downvoted.
I just
comment
have
on Reddit
faith
or
in
whatever.
that guy that like he takes a stand on his games, and
John Konami.
that's sort of what happened with Hideo Kojima and Konami. Is he
And
took a
5.
stand with that,
Yeah. And 5 turned out
and
There you
unfortunately we suffered for that.
he suffered for us. Hideo suffered for
Yeah,
our
we still
sins.
ended up with a kind of a shitty game.
Yeah, we did.
But
It had to be. We could never get the real Metal Gear 5 without that one. You want to hear some other batshit crazy news?
yes,
DayZ is going to leave early access in early 2018.
That's bullshit.
No. Not be released. It's not coming out in 2018.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's leaving early access and entering beta.
Yay.
Fuck that. Yeah, lol. It says here.
yeah.
So does that game still sucks though, right?
I have not. I don't even own the standalone on Steam. I haven't played since it was an Arma mod. So.
Oh, that's right. We only ever played the Arma 2.
Yeah.
Because you're like, hey, you should buy Arma 2 for like $40 so we can play this shitty DayZ mod. And then I'm like, sign me up.
I got sucked into that too.
Yeah.
But like my impression of DayZ from like the 2 or 3 hours that we played was still kind of fun and great.
It's a very cool idea.
Yeah.
Very cool. And
What is the state now? Have you looked
I
into
have
it?
no idea. Zero idea. I pulled this because of like I can't believe that
Yeah, that's crazy.
5 years later it's still in early access. It could be okay, but like we've got PUBG now. And you know, PUBG's kind of got a zombie mode like half baked into it and they're working on something official. So
Is
what do we even need?
is that even remotely similar?
Yes, they are pretty much exactly the same game,
of,
except
yeah.
one doesn't have zombies and one has a circle that just closes in. Replace the zombies with a circle, and that's the only difference. And I guess one you fall off a plane in DayZ? No, you just appear randomly, right? You just spawn on the map.
Spawn on that coast.
But I mean,
Yeah.
Somewhere on
DayZ,
that
you
coast.
don't have to. It doesn't necessarily have to be player versus player.
It
Not necessarily.
is
'Cause
like
there's
just
a-
like PUBG doesn't necessarily. You don't have to kill everybody you meet, but
Well,
I
no,
wouldn't.
you,
No,
you
but there's
do,
that threat of
right?
zombies.
I guess yeah.
And it's always in these zombie situations is like, what's the bigger threat? Zombies or shitty
Yeah.
people?
When I played DayZ, there was no win condition. There was no like, oh, the game's over. You were just jumping into a map, and there were people, and there were zombies.
Oh, is there now
Yeah,
a win condition?
your goal
I don't
was
know.
to
I have no idea. But in PUBG, there is, right?
Yeah.
So that I guess would be kind of the difference.
yeah.
Pardon me. I really.
Fortnite battle battle royale is totally all right.
Yeah, it's on my PlayStation. So next time you jump in there, maybe I'll fire it up.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I was randomly cruising through YouTube and I saw this guy playing this game that looked like it was like a phone game, like a shooter phone game. And I clicked on it and turns out it was Fortnite.
They announced 2 mobile versions of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds today. I didn't pull either of those stories because fuck that. But I mean, you know what? I rescind that. Fuck that, because I don't even know what those are. Maybe there's something interesting you could do there. I don't know what it would be, but
Fortnite's free, right?
Yeah.
That game looks actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
The battlegrounds mode is
Battle
neat,
Arena,
and
yeah.
like I actually want to get a group together and play the
We should, you
the
guys.
Fortnite proper mode. I want to play like the four of us hold out against the zombies and build the base and
I hear
gather
that's
the
super
resource
shitty
mode.
and super boring.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Battle Royale is really good though, and having a group
yeah,
do that
totally
it would be fun.
I would totally play. I
I'm in.
really like PUBG.
Yeah.
Tell me when to play, and
Monday nights on Ali Boumai.
Tell me when we're streaming it.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're done, eh? You're
Monday
not
nights.
streaming anymore.
I'm
huh?
not done. It's just like my work condition has changed.
Oh,
for the
shit.
same reason the Church of the Latter-day Saints is currently on hiatus.
Yeah.
Depending
Ali
on what my
Boumai.
situation is, where I'm at, I probably still could.
I was plugging your show on Dungeons and Dangles last night, and
so
then
now you-
everyone was telling me actually he doesn't stream anymore. I'm like, what?
I missed 1 week and I didn't mention anything. I probably should have mentioned
That was
something.
your- yeah, you can't just no
I
show.
guess so.
You can't
Yeah,
just no show.
I totally no showed. Sorry, gang.
We'll
Hima,
forgive you.
you particularly, because you've always tuned in.
What about all the others? Tomo, Sir Clout.
Those two don't
I
tune
could go
in.
on there. I've watched your stream.
Chad.
I've watched your stream with them before.
Chad, has tuned in the last few times.
Like Chad counts. You know him in real life. It's like my mom tuning in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your mom doesn't know how to chat, so
Yeah. It's Daisy's coming out. I'd totally check in on it at least and see what it is.
I'd like to
It has to
see.
be different.
It
than
has to be
PlayerUnknown's
better.
Battlegrounds. Yes. Then
Not
it
better
was.
than it was.
Better than
not-
it was.
not PUBG.
That could be cool. And I got one more story here. My friend and yours, Ashley Birch and Hannah
Sure.
Telly?
Telly? Who knows?
The actress who played Max are returning for the Life is Strange bonus episode, which, the way I was reading the story, sounds like it's only included if you pre-order.
Woo! Yes, another one for pre-order.
What's up now?
Deluxe, or got, I don't know if you had a pre-order, but got the deluxe edition. I'm sure it'll be available piecemeal. But anyways,
I remember seeing that little point, get a bonus
Yeah.
episode.
it's going to feature Ashley Birch. It's going to feature Max. They're going to be together again. These are the two main characters from Life is Strange Season 1, for anyone who doesn't know. And I'm going to read a quote here because this really put it into context for me. So it's called Farewell. This bonus episode is called Farewell. Farewell is a bonus episode included with the Life is Strange Before the Storm Deluxe Edition that will give players the opportunity to play one last time as a young Max Caulfield. What the bonus episode will be about is a mystery, as Square Enix and the developers are focused on completing the final stages, polishing, blah, 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 blah. This may very well be the last time that you will get to see Max and Chloe together.
Ooh.
So, does that you can take that a lot of ways. Does that mean that in Season 2 of Life is Strange, which they're working on, and we know is going to be kind of the...
Well, that means
we don't know anything about it, I don't think,
No, we
actually.
don't know anything
yeah,
about it.
so maybe it won't continue that Max Chloe story. Maybe it'll be a totally different
or
take on it.
or the canon story is that Max gets sacrificed to save, or sorry, Chloe gets
yeah.
sacrificed to save the town.
Or the canon story is that if you happen to save Chloe, she dies 2 minutes later anyways, because you
Maybe.
can't change
Yeah.
fate, yo.
Can't change fate.
So that made me start thinking about Life is Strange again.
So
and how much I fucking love that
Super
first
good.
game.
That was a great
The
game.
biggest question about this announcement is, does this mean the spoiler cast comes out after the bonus episode or after episode 3?
I mean, we should maybe do a
We'll do the.
bonus cast, spoiler cast, and then a bonus cast.
I think we should do it after all 4.
Basically,
Yeah.
this is just me just determining when I have to play the game.
I think
So-
I don't know. We'll talk about behind the scenes. Bigger question: does this mean that all of Life is Strange Before the Storm is out in 2017 and is therefore a contender for Game of the Year? I guess we've never really we've never abided by that, have we?
I've 100% heard that episode 3 is out in December.
But does this bonus episode count as part of the Before the Storm?
I don't think so.
And as I said that, I've realized that I think in the past these seasonal games have straddled years. And
Yeah,
we
I
kinda haven't
think
cared.
I want to say the first Walking Dead game came out straddling, and
one of them did for sure.
yeah, we gave a Game of the Year,
Yeah.
I think.
Did we do that? Because that game, if it was straddling,
I don't.
it wasn't
I
finished.
don't remember, but we play fast and loose at the best of
Yeah,
times with
I
Game of the
guess
Year.
so.
I'm really looking forward to this last episode. I am now really looking forward to the bonus episode because, like, Max and Chloe is my favorite. My favorite Life is Strange is time traveling Max and wise cracking blue haired pot smoking Chloe, and
Rachel Amber's my favorite part.
she's grown on me.
She's great.
If it turns out she has superpowers, I guess I'm okay with her, but we'll find out. Yeah, that'll be done. That's out in December, that third episode, and then the bonus out early 2018. Let's go to some email.
Okay, one more point on that. Sorry.
You want me to
Keep
rewind that
doing
again?
this. No. I feel like we should do the spoiler cast after that fourth episode because I'm sure that episode with Chloe and
Max.
Sam
and Max, yes.
we'll
at
have
the
stuff to say
inventory.
about what happened in that one.
Maybe.
I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah. All right, we'll see.
Anyways, that's a conversation for later.
We'll see. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. Or you can drop them on the subreddit at r/talkingreckless. Let's read one. Did any of these come? Okay, this first one came from the email. This first one came from Podcast Talking Reckless. It's from our good friend Tomo. He says, hey, crew. This was from last Friday, and I apologize because last week I did the solo show. Looked at the emails. There was nothing there. I'm like, all right, forget it. Let's go. But this did come in last Friday night. He says, it's Friday night, and my friend just pulled out his Gear VR. That's the one that the phone goes into.
Yep.
Yeah, you had that one too.
Yeah, I still have it. We played with it a bit, and I started thinking, this thing isn't that good. So my question is VR something we should buy regardless of how shit it is to promote that we want this technology to progress? Or should we just abandon it and move on to something we know works, i.e. classic consoles? Because I want to believe VR is the future, but the technological limitations make me think we're nowhere near close to it being as good as I want it to be. Thanks anyways, Tomo. Also, he was drinking.
I gotta say, like, I've played a little bit of VR, and the most fun I've had with VR are the gimmicky games where, like, you're grabbing the planes and making them land, or you're doing something stupid that's not an actual game, like a game like Fallout VR. I don't know if that's actually even a thing yet, but
yet I don't know, but soon.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
Like
Doom VFR came out today.
Maybe there's a way to make a game like that not suck in VR, but I, in my limited imagination, cannot fathom how that would not be terrible.
I've played there's one game called Onward that I play, which is like it's kind of like, it's like Arma but VR, right? It's all very simulation. You have to like click the radio on your shoulder to talk to your team, and all the guns reload.
That game was cool.
Yeah, and like I played that thing on the regs, like and by that I mean like once a month I'll jump in for like 4 or 5 hours and be like, oh, this is still fucking cool. And then like I consistently have a good time, and almost every time I come out of that I have some amazing experience in there. Like last time somebody was shooting at me, so I just lied down on my floor in my room and pretended to be dead, and then this dude walked up to me and I fucking stabbed him, and it was the greatest thing I have ever done in a video game ever in my life. It was seriously the best. Like, it is impossible to describe how amazed I was that worked. And there is stuff there, but it is still very early.
This is a really interesting question that Tomo asked because, because if we don't support this by buying like these early iterations, then the developers are gonna feel like it's not worth their time and just move on to the next thing. But VR is a fucking cool thing. It's so fucking cool.
The concept
right.
is
the
very
concept,
cool.
The
Yes.
concept is very cool. The execution that I've seen so far is not that cool.
No, it's okay.
The porn's gotten pretty good.
I'm sure that's true.
The porn's gotten... It was pretty weird for a long time. It's gotten pretty good
I
now.
want to try it.
All right, we'll have you over sometime.
Okay,
It's not
that's
that
weird.
It's not
No,
that
it's
weird.
super
it's
weird.
super weird.
Listen,
But
we got
whatever.
this
I still want
whole USB thing
try
you
it.
plug in. We'll use sanitizer. It's not that weird.
It's like, I can't see you. That means you can't see me, right?
The thing is like, yeah, I want VR to get good. It's just like, fucking.
It will.
If I'd like to support it, but it's super expensive, and this is one of those things where Gear VR aside, like the Oculus is super expensive.
They're not as bad as they
it's
were.
not
They're
as
not
bad
that
as they
Probably
were.
not. But
I
I-
think it's like $4.99 now.
Yeah, it's like console price now.
Okay, and then add the whole computer that can run it. Type
Yeah,
thing.
that's
like
true.
even
Yeah.
like even the PSVR is still like $4.99, and I hear that thing's a piece of shit.
It's all getting there, and like what it boils down to is this concept. We don't want VR. We want capital I immersion. We want to
Yeah.
feel like we're there.
And yeah.
They will figure that out somehow, whether
I
it's
hope
AR
so.
or VR or like little pads that you put on that fuck up your brain waves to like you're in the major. It will get there. It is getting closer.
Well,
and
that's
closer
what he
every
talks
year.
about. Is like if we don't back this thing, and I know Matt, you went all in
Yeah.
from day one.
I'm a
so
psycho.
good for you.
I'm a crazy person.
If we, as the bigger mass, don't back this thing, the developers are gonna be like, oh, no, there's nobody we're building this for, so it's not.
I mean, the specific question is: should we buy regardless of how shit it is to promote that we want this technology? Of course not. No, absolutely not. As the consumer, no.
Yeah. Well,
As a VR enthusiast,
I mean, I'm
with-
into it. I like it. It's just that whole like, I would love to buy into this, but I don't have the type of money.
That's just
So
it.
I mean,
If you are a VR enthusiast and you have the money to burn and you want to support this industry and you are, if you're one of those people who needs to know today what it is and you just can't live without knowing what VR is, then absolutely go and buy it and you'll probably have a great time and be totally satisfied with your purchase. If you're average video game player who just wants to put on this cool headset and be in the world, like we're not there yet. We're getting close. We're getting closer every year. Give it 5 years. By the time our cars are driving themselves.
I honestly don't think that this is the type of thing that if we aren't buying these things now, it's not going to kill the industry.
There's too much money behind it now.
Exactly.
There's way too much behind it now.
The situation is technology is going to advance. It's going to get better and better.
Yeah.
And then it's going to become open to more people.
cheaper and cheaper to make.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll all kind of fall into place. We've got Facebook behind it. We've got
Yeah.
Google behind it. We've
But
got
I've seen it-
Microsoft behind it. We've got Sony behind it.
I've
have
seen a shit ton of that
some of the
stuff
biggest
like come
customers in
and
the
go.
world.
Mini discs,
never-
Sony with mini discs.
never to this extent.
Maybe not to this extent, but I mean, like Sony with mini discs wanted to push that thing, and I remember a friend of mine bought a mini disc player. and
UMDs?
No,
What are mini
no,
discs?
before UMDs, they're mini discs. It was like what?
I know what mini discs are.
Look it up on your phone. They're just literally mini discs.
Like GameCube sized?
Yeah, probably,
Yeah,
but
maybe a
they
little
were,
smaller.
It was before the MP3s came out. MP3 players came out, and Sony was pushing for mini disc, and he bought one, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. And then that came and went, and then like the it got replaced by the whole MP3 thing, which was much better retrospect.
Weird.
Well,
But
it's like
You can still buy a mini disc
all
player.
this
can't you?
stuff is
Crazy.
It's like beta movies.
Yeah.
Like beta was a arguably, and I mean not even arguably, it was a better quality
Oh, I don't know
movie
anything about
experience
that, but-
than VHS tapes were.
Yeah, I think it
But
was.
It
wasn't
was, yeah,
Like
no,
higher
absolutely.
fidelity, yeah.
But you know, you had to buy a specific player for it. VHS had more money behind it, so they won the war. It's just like
were
Blu-ray
all-
and HD.
Yeah, they were all
TV.
steps to get where we are now. Like this is, even if the Vive and the Oculus Rift aren't around in 5 years, like they were still necessary steps. We still had to have Betamax. We still had to have whatever else was VHS. We still had to have DVDs. We still had to have Blu-rays. We still had to have UHD Blu. Like it's all steps on a path. You have to take each one before it.
I guess, but I mean, I
Yeah.
remember when Blu-rays versus what was the other one, the red box kind of thing.
HD DVDs.
HD DVDs came out. I remember my brother-in-law bought an HD DVD player, and I bought my PlayStation 3.
I had one for the Xbox 360.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah,
an
yeah.
external one.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not exactly one
you
HD
plugged it in,
DVD,
right? Yeah.
and it was Peter Jackson's King Kong.
and then again, those came and went, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm sitting with my PlayStation.
But that's exactly it. It's like the technology is going to evolve whether or not we support it or not.
But okay, so
somebody somewhere has to
so
support it.
music, movies,
Hopefully it's porn because they are the driving
Yes.
force behind most of this.
music and movies. That's one thing, but like this niche thing with VR, that can easily come and go.
Once it's a thing that you can just put on your head and doesn't need a computer, it's like
We are 10, 15 years away from that, I would
No,
say.
no, we're not. I honestly think we're like 2 from seeing the prototypes and being like,
Sorry,
okay,
from a cost-effective version.
this doesn't work that great. I think we're 5. They're already working. The next Oculus is rumored to be completely self-contained.
Like everything that your computer is doing to make your thing go will be on this thing on my head.
It's probably going to be the size and weight of a football helmet, but allegedly, so say the rumors.
Those things are already the weight of a football helmet. So
The new Vive strap makes that thing like tolerable, but yes.
You know, when I first wore it, I remember thinking like, this is not that bad.
Yeah.
It is kind of heavy, but I was always used to wearing a fucking hard hat.
Yeah.
With like earmuffs and like all that type of shit. So
And
I'm like,
it's-
this isn't that heavy.
They get more ergonomic. Like already, that Vive new head strap or whatever is so much better. It makes me want to use my Vive instead of being like, oh, I gotta fucking set the thing up every time. And honestly, the porn is quite good. Quite good. And when it's a thing that you can just put on your head and it doesn't need all this setup, and people will do that and be like, I want to have a porn on this thing.
Can
I gotta say, like,
yeah.
as somebody who lives by himself, that's probably fine.
Yeah.
But if you have roommates or if you have people around and you have a headset on while you're watching your porn, you're just asking to get walked in on.
Listen, it's a time and a place thing, right?
Earphones in.
It's a time and a place thing, you know? Get the house to yourself, lock the doors. I don't know
Yeah,
what to tell you.
but even when you have the house to yourself, there's always that chance.
Put up
Oh
your-
shit, I forgot my
Hey,
cell phone. I'm coming back in.
Heads up, guys, I'm jerking off sign up or whatever. Like,
Without getting too graphic, what's it like? Are you just watching a scene? What is it
yeah,
like?
no, you're not walking around.
But you're looking around the scene.
Yeah, you're looking around, and I don't know. Sometimes you can like change angles and like different camera perspectives, do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can also so I've heard. You can also be like, "Hey, what do you want to do next? Do you want to do this thing or do you want to do this thing?" And then,
Okay, I see what you're. Yeah,
That's
okay.
neat.
That kind of. I don't want to tip my porn hand too much, but like that's just kind of skipping the different parts of the video.
Well, it
right?
is,
Like,
it is,
that already exists. That's out there. Listen, if you go to Pornhub right now, they put up these very handy flags of like, what are you into? I'll just click this flag and we'll just get you right to that part of the video. Listen, we all watch it. Who are we trying to kid? Who are we trying to kid?
It's the whole new pepper grinder thing now.
You tell me someone. Only we're very open about porn for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know why we're being so like beating around the bush with this one.
All right. Let's read another email. Or why don't you take this one from
This is
the
a lot of reading.
Subreddit?
gonna
Yeah.
pass it
No.
on to that one.
No. Please take the one from Sir Cloud. This is about Fortnite Battle Royale, so I pulled it for you.
Okay, Sir Clout writes, "Hey boys, with Thanksgiving break, I finally got the chance to play Fortnite Battle Royale. No PC, so I have to deal with this game for now. And boy, is it a good time. As of the writing of the question, I'm currently in 21st place waiting my chicken dinner? I don't really know what you win. I don't think it's chicken dinner.
No.
I don't think it's anything, actually. I think you just get the win.
Really?
well, yeah, you don't win anything specific.
not like-
it's just you get better
Roast-
ranking.
They
for
didn't. They
getting
ripped.
first.
They ripped off everything but the
Except for
chicken
that,
dinner. They
yeah.
were like roast beef feast or whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't think it's a
They
chicken
didn't
dinner
rip off
anyway.
anything about
Roast beef feast, that'd be good.
Yeah.
fuck PUBG.
Call me epic.
I find myself waiting and hiding more than being the aggressor. Personally, it is more fun that way. I'm wondering what kind of player are you, or would you be in the game? What strategy is more fun, or what strategy has the best results? Thanks in advance from your friendly neighborhood chemist, Sir Clout. I placed 6th, by the way. Good
That's
for
pretty
you.
Good, yeah. That's very good.
Um,
Hot Fortnite esports tips. Give them to us. Go.
I sort of like, you have to keep moving. It makes you
Yeah.
keep moving. And I mean, there have been times when I've been like in the center of the circle as it closed in a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this one time I got set up really good. It was in the center of the circle, well, like in the circle. And it was a house, and there's like 2 treasure chests in it, and I set myself up real good on top.
What? But forgive me if I'm totally wrong about this, but can't you build your own houses in this game?
Yes.
So why do you need to find a house?
Save those resources for something else.
That and
Did you? So I was like yelling this out to you on your stream when that time I was watching you. When you get to like your knocked down state, you can totally still build. It looks like.
Yeah, I never got a chance to try that.
So if like someone shoots you from across the way and you have already used all your resources building a house, well, you're fucked. If someone shoots you from across the way and you have your resources, you just throw a wall up in front of you and you're like, come save me, team.
And see, that's the thing, because I brought it up earlier when I was watching that YouTube stream with this guy playing Fortnite, which I thought totally looked like a cell phone game. But
It's very colorful.
Yeah.
but yeah, like all this guy did was build 4 walls around him and then a set of stairs, and he'd jump up and build a floor and build 4 walls, a set of stairs, jump up, build a floor.
That's what lots of people do.
And yeah, you tower up and then you sniper people from the top.
Those things sort of stick out like sore thumbs in the landscape.
Well,
I was
for
was
sure.
hiding in a house because I wanted to like hunker down and like lure people into this. Like I closed the doors, and I had the roof sort of broken down in a way that I could see around. Nobody else could see me.
Did you leave the chests there so to lure people in?
No, I just closed the doors so that people would just be like, "Oh, nobody's been in here."
If you don't open the chest, like a icon shows up, right?
No, there's a sound when you enter a room or an area with a chest. Is like, there's a chest in here.
I got you.
So yeah, that's a little bit even more bait. But in my head, I'm like, okay, well, this is just gonna be just a house that looks like it hasn't been gone through. So I have a good view of everything, and I'm going to just snipe the shit out of these guys. Unfortunately, that's not how it worked out, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
See, I don't play this game or PUBG or games like this, but from the outside looking in, it seems to me like if you're the type of passive player who sits back and waits for the action to come to you, then you're basically just hoping that you fluke out in some way and win.
Yeah,
Do you know? It's like,
that's a legit strategy.
but like,
I don't think it is.
yeah,
It absolutely is. It's survival.
Think about it like playing poker, right? Think about it like playing poker before the bubble. Just let everybody else take everybody else out, and I'm gonna fight 10 guys. I'm gonna fight the last 10, and that's it.
And that's the thing. You and I have vastly different opinions about this.
But that's still like a legitimate.
The way I see it in poker is the great example is when I'm on the bubble, I'm still playing to win. I'm not playing just to get one place higher. And the way I see it, if you're hiding, all you're trying to do is get one place higher and be like, oh, I finished 6th, like our friend Tomo did. 6th isn't first.
That's correct.
And the only way you can get first is to be aggressive, to take
not
out
always
people
true. That's not
every
always true.
opportunity.
The loot cap or the cap, at least in PUBG, the cap of like, I am now what I would consider like well equipped, quote unquote. I have my gear and I'm just ready to kill, and I don't need to search buildings anymore and loot, is like low enough to the point that you spend a little bit looting and then you can totally just fucking hide in a thing.
But that's the thing though. Let's say, using PUBG an example, let's say it takes you 3 buildings to get fully kitted out. I don't know if that's true, but let's just say it is.
Yeah.
But if you're spending all your time hiding, you're not getting better at the shooting aspect of the game. You're not getting...
That is where I totally agree with you.
Exactly,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So if you're looking to win, you got to play the game.
Yeah.
Don't sit around, don't wait for the action to come to you. Search out the action, learn how to get the angles in these buildings, bust down doors,
Totally.
kill people.
But once you're good, I think objectively, the best way to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is to get your base level gear and then don't fight more than you have to, because every encounter is a chance for you to die.
Yeah.
No matter how kitted out you are, every encounter is a chance to die, and the less chances to die you take, the more likely you are to win.
But the thing is,
Especially with 100 players.
Yeah.
let's say everybody is playing like you are.
Sure.
If everybody's playing like you are, nobody's taking the chances. Therefore, you have, at the end of it, you have the exact same amount of chances to get into these combat situations everyone else does.
But not everybody
So you
plays
don't
the
have
same, though.
any sort of advantage over anyone. You're just basically playing.
But you don't have the disadvantage is the most important part.
But is it a disadvantage? I'm saying it's
Totally
not
it
a
is.
disadvantage.
Totally it is. Anytime you're out in the open, there is at least, and again, I haven't played Fortnite at all, so I'm only talking about PlayerUnknown. There's a very
well the
good chance that you're going to die. Anytime you're out in the open, I'd put 30% chance that you're just going to get shot from across the universe and you don't know where, and you're just dead and it's over.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. But
you got to play it, man.
And that's the thing, like,
Don't get me wrong, I love to murder.
you're just reducing your chances of encounters, right? And as the numbers dwindle down, and as that circle sort of forces you into the middle, then
And like the
don't know,
tension
like waiting-
is getting higher.
The way I see it is, if you're the one who's waiting for everyone else to kill everyone else, the people who are getting all the kills, they're obviously better than you. So you're hoping for the fluke. You're hoping for the fluke headshot across the map when you're running around.
I get what you're saying.
You're not
I
the
mean,
person who's...
Every game is essentially different. So you could play aggressive the one game and learn the guns, yeah. Sometimes you're forced into that situation because then you land where a lot of people land, so you're gonna have to fight. But if you get that chance where, and I love it when you land and you're on your parachute and you're looking around, nobody's landing next to you. You're like, good. There's no pressure on me. I can like look around and kind of just gather my shit and like move into the circle.
Especially in Fortnite, where you're not only getting guns and equipment, but you're also like gathering resources
resources and stuff
Yeah.
too.
Fortnite is slightly different because the base building aspect of it does add an extra strategy element.
We should all play
But
sometime.
for like
Monday.
for PUBG and for games like this, I've watched a lot of PUBG. Like I don't play it, but I've watched people play it. I have
Summit
streamers-
doesn't count. Are you gonna say
I have-
Summit doesn't count? Summit's too good. He doesn't
I
count.
don't watch Summit.
Okay.
But the people who I watch,
I think he cheats.
if you watch the people who are really good at games like this, they don't hide.
It's because
They don't
they're so
wait.
good, though.
But that's the thing. If you want to get good at
It's
games
true.
like this, you have to be out there mixing it up.
I agree. The way to get better is to get out there and fuck up people. But the way to win, I think, is a healthy mix of knowing gotta know what the play it safe. Gotta know when to get in there.
But that's just it. Like you mentioned Summit. He wins.
He's a cheater.
He's
a fucking cheater. He is such bullshit. He'll hear a shot and he will literally just spin around on a dime and shoot a dude in the face. I'm like, that is an aimbot. No human is that fast and that accurate. It's
not true.
In PUBG, when I get shot from behind, I'm looking at the sky. And where did it come? Andy, can you? And my friend Andy has his fucking headphones on backwards all the time, so he's like, I think it
from
came
our
from
right.
north. And it's like, oh my god. My favorite way to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is to drop where everybody else is dropping and just get as many kills as I can and like learn to shoot. Yeah, totally. Especially the first few games. Like get the jitters out. Let's get in there. Hopefully I get an automatic shotgun. And like one time I got 19 kills in the game. Didn't win, got like 40th, but man did I mess up that hospital. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, and again, it's the you get it feels rewarding getting even 1 or 2 kills. Like
Yeah.
19 is
Oh, yeah.
would have been
Oh.
incredible.
And see, that's just it. It feels way more rewarding to
But-
get kills than it feels rewarding to do nothing and then get
It's-
13th place.
It's not rewarding per se, but there's still that tension that you feel, and that's still another feeling
Yeah.
that this game like elicits from you, or this type of game elicits from you. And I know you talked about PUBG a lot.
That's all I play. I
Yeah,
don't play Fortnite.
and I feel like Fortnite is like almost exactly the same.
very, very similar.
But like once you do die, you're like fucking shit. But just restart, and go into another game, and then do it all over again.
We should really play. You should download it on your PlayStation. It's free.
It's free.
Like we should all
We
check
should
it out.
get Tomo or Sir Clout as our 4th,
Sure. I'll take any.
because I don't want a rando. I once played
Can you not just do like 3? Gotta do the 3 of us?
duos and 4s.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
weird.
That's lame.
I did one, and I was just that random dude playing with like 3 other dudes, and we did pretty good.
Did you
And
see them?
I thought we were totally like on the same page. We were building up, we hunkered down in this area, and we were building up this nice little watchtower thing, and they fucking killed me.
What?
Yeah.
See,
And
that's-
I-
If
That's
this
it.
was PUBG, they would be banned like that.
You
I-
missed your opportunity. You were supposed to be on the mic the whole time, just spouting racial slurs.
I was actually I had the camera on because it was
I was?
no, sorry, no, I wasn't.
What?
Anyways, I had the camera on, and there's a mic there. I wasn't really talking to anybody, but apparently it can hear me. And both Amber and I were like, "Holy shit, this kid's a piece of shit."
That's probably why they killed you.
No,
You're
no,
like, this
we
guy's
were
fucking
doing
dog
good.
will not stop barking.
When
What the fuck?
he killed me,
Dude, just kill him. I don't know.
Amber and I were like, "This kid's a piece of shit." And then he got on his mic. He's like, "Yeah, I am a piece of shit."
Oh, boy.
There's a little kid. I'm like,
Yep.
"Oh,
For the
no."
same reason that I can never, ever, ever play Destiny again because I say things to young children. Well, I don't know how old they are. Probably like 13 or 14. That I really shouldn't be saying to grown adults, let alone
Do you
kids.
feel bad about it though?
No. Yes, kind of, because, like, I should be above this, and I shouldn't let these fucking kids ruin my goddamn night. One time when Warren and Brando are on, we'll recount my Destiny rage. I'm never playing Destiny again. I'm good.
Ever?
No, never. It's uninstalled.
Oh wow.
I'm good.
Congratulations.
I'm good. The last 2 times I've played it, I have ended up throwing my controller across the room because we're doing a raid with these fucking 14-year-olds, and they are no fucking good, which is fine. None of us are that good, and like, it's usually pretty late in the night, so whatever. You're just like sort of barely paying attention. But then they just start shit talking, and it's like, oh, this kid died 30 times on this same fight, and now I died for my first time, and he's immediately fucking shit talking, like, Squiggly, you keep fucking killing us every time, you keep dying to this. And I was like, you.
I gotta say,
Done.
like,
Xbox off. Xbox off. Done. Finished.
I have never thrown my controller.
Neither have I.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Unless it's for
At the Rumble, you've thrown your controller on camera and took a penalty for it.
Oh,
You could say that's what gave
the only
Warren
time
title.
I've ever
Drunk
thrown
rage.
my controller was during the Smash Brothers, and that was only for dramatic effect.
Yeah, that was a work. That was a work, brother. I've broken lots over the time. That's that Destiny thing's a story for another time. And maybe we'll do one more here. Has anyone played Inside? Inside? No. All right, forget it. We won't read it. It's from Bryce, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Podcast, talkingreckless.com is an email address, or drop these on the subreddit, r/talkingreckless. Thanks everybody who wrote in, Tomo and Sir Clouds. There's some good ones this week. We talked a lot about this stuff.
Good questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Follow the SatPod. They're SatPod on Twitter or satpod.podme.com. The greatest of all time, none other than Y2J, Chris Jericho himself, was on the last edition of the SatPod, SatPod 187. So download it and tune it in, man.
Talking and stuff?
Yes.
How'd
Chris
they get
Jericho,
him?
the wrestler. I don't know. Warren probably beat him in a match. Jericho, if I can beat you, you come on my podcast. And there's no chance in hell, Barris. And then they did their match. And I mean, this is all made up in my head, so I don't actually know what happened yet. But
crazy.
that's probably how it went. Warren got him in the Barris bomb, and it was over. Barris bomb off the second rope. Done.
Did he call in, or was he in that studio?
You'll have to listen and find out.
I
Oliver,
will.
satpod.podbean.com. Follow our show on Twitter. We're Talk Reckless Pod. And do we got anything coming up this week? Dungeons and Dangles? Thursdays. Ollie Boumai possibly might be on tonight. We don't
Stop
know.
saying it like that.
Boumaier?
Yes. I mean, if you
Wait.
guys
Okay,
wanna
I
play
actually don't know the way to say it now.
Boomaye.
All right, I thought...
I know.
I honestly thought I was doing it
I
right.
know.
Boumaier? Can you just please change the name of your stupid...
It means Ollie kill him. It's like
great.
It's
No,
like what
I'm
they
on
can
board.
with Muhammad Ali. Except I'm never killing people. If you guys want to play Fortnite, we should play Fortnite tonight.
Monday night.
I thought, what are we doing right now?
I don't know. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm probably working, but sure. We'll try.
I'll have you guys know, both of you are now dead in my Dungeons and
I
Dangles
never
stream.
even knew I was a person. You never even mentioned, but
Yeah,
no.
you're there. You're dead.
Yeah, I knew. A couple weeks ago now. Eads' loss will be felt
It's unfortunate.
forever, probably.
Yeah.
Did I make an impact? Like, will I be missed?
You were on pace to make an impact, but you died before you could make an impact.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
too
tough.
bad.
Eads actually died a hero. It pains me to say it.
Yeah, don't give
But-
him that shit.
Undisputed champion. For
The
a
only
reason.
ones who are still alive are myself, Brando, and Warren. Everyone else on the podcast is dead.
Oh, wow.
It's a good team.
Yeah. There's no one I'd rather have at my back,
It's a sturdy team.
other than maybe Eads. Oliver, thanks so much for joining us, man.
You're welcome.
You came in here hot from work. We really appreciate you taking the time. Kevin,
Matt,
pleasure having you, and pleasure you having us.
thanks.
As always.
Thanks for being in my
As
house.
always.
I just love being here. And to you, listener at home, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you here next week. It'll be 206 of the Talking Reckless podcast. See you then. Scene.
Guys, I feel like I got too drunk this show.
Tomo still lives.
Holy shit, did I get drunk?
Tomo's still alive. He points out.
Tomo. Are we still live or did you shut us off?
The Twitch is still on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck, I got so drunk.
I wish I could have joined you.
Yeah,
I'm
so do
fighting
I.
a bad case of gout from getting drunk last weekend.
Oh, that sucks.
Sucks.
I know,
Yeah.
it does suck.
Can't
I think
you?
Getting drunk is one of the triggers now, which is fucking terrible.
A buddy of mine gets gout all the time. He said that he switched to a certain type of alcohol, and it's
I thought
Good
vodka
now?
was totally in the clear.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what
I thought it was
nah,
supposed
that's
to be,
not
wasn't it?
true.
Whoa.
yeah, it's probably different for every person. Yeah, I don't remember what he drinks now, but yeah, he said that he can drink this one liquor
Yeah,
and it's
that's no
good.
good. There are other ways to take that edge off.
Grinding some pepper.
Heroin. Black tar heroin.
Did you guys watch Punisher?
Yeah, it's.
I haven't watched it, no.
it's not great.
I
I haven't seen. I haven't seen the last episode, so
Why do you say
maybe it
that?
turns around. It's like mediocre. It is the most It's better than Iron Fist, I guess.
Can you put your tube back on?
Yeah, this is
My hair
really.
terrible?
No, because even when your hair is shit, it looks so good.
Oh.
Wow,
Kev.
what a nice thing to say.
Oh,
We the bald are very very jealous.
It's true. Like as a bald man, I am very good at recognizing great hair.
Anyways, Punisher was good, and it's been the best thing they put out on Netflix ever since Daredevil season 2.
Okay, yeah. I'd agree with that. I'd agree. It got bad. Like
You
Daredevil
actually
season,
liked Daredevil season 2?
Yeah, that was with the Punisher.
it was okay. No,
I
it was
hated
okay.
Daredevil season 2.
Wow.
Really?
It was too. It
wasn't
was
great.
too
It wasn't
all
great.
over the place.
And yes, I totally. Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I hated it, and then I watched Iron Fist and was like, Daredevil season 2 is okay. Iron
right.
Fist is fucking bad.
Let me break it down. Daredevil season 1 was the best. I think we can all agree with that.
Okay, I really
Followed by
like.
Jessica Jones.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe Jessica Jones is my number one.
Yeah.
It's definitely very close.
Followed by Luke Cage.
Yep, I'm with you.
Followed by Daredevil season 2.
Okay.
Followed by Iron Fist.
Where does the Defenders come in? The Defenders is somewhere up there.
Defenders
isn't it?
is
I don't
better
know.
than Iron Fist.
No, that's true.
Yeah, Iron
I
Fist
would
is-
put Defenders at right below Luke Cage if I'm factoring it in with the solo ones.
It's not. The Defenders wasn't that great.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was better than.
I definitely thought it was better than Daredevil season 2. Absolutely.
It's all middling. It's all so middling and so mediocre. Like, especially like the movies are pretty good right now. The movies are very good right now. I think they're the best they've ever been. Those Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And like the TV could just, I don't know, just kind of can't hold a candle to it. Daredevil season was fine.
I mean, you've got budget constraints and stuff.
Yeah,
And you're not gonna
but
get-
like, do you? You're
It's-
still Marvel, Disney Studios, like Netflix originals.
But I mean,
but you're not.
Netflix does have budget constraints for sure.
Certainly,
Yeah.
but it's not like they're cheaping out by any means. These are still very, very expensive.
Is anybody else
shows.
super sad that House of Cards is now fucked?
No, I don't care.
I absolutely.
I haven't cared in a long time. Why is it fucked? Did an actor pass away?
No, Kevin Spacey is a sex
Spacey's-
offender, so he's been fired
Yeah.
from the show.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I
Yeah.
heard he was accused of being a sex offender and was like, I don't.
Yeah, they
remember
fired
that.
him like 5 minutes later.
Oh, yeah, of course they did.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
He'll be
super
fine.
Bummed.
they did set it
Man,
up
Fucking everybody's
so
a
that
sex offender. This world sucks.
they can keep going.
There was this cool thing I read, and a really cool way that they could sort of like bounce back from this is if like they have to change the actor. Obviously, he's gone.
Well, no, they
Change the actor,
can't change the
have-
actor.
Have the actor look at the thing and be like, you know why I'm here,
They have to.
and then just carry on.
All right, that would work.
be dope.
That would work,
Yeah.
but they finished season 5. For spoilers for anyone hanging out in the chat who hasn't seen House of Cards season 5 and is planning on listening to it. But they finished season 5 in such a way that if they were to write him out in between seasons, they could make it work.
Tomo
Yeah.
wants to know who's seen Stranger Things.
I have not, and I just don't. I don't have time,
Yeah, there's
man.
no time
I
for all
don't
this
have
shit.
fucking time.
Just an episode a night or a week or.
I have so much Netflix stuff that I have to watch, and I can't.
Is it? I have legitimately misplaced that hard drive.
Is it plugged in to the computer? Shouldn't it be?
No, it's plugged in at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Stranger Things was good.
Yeah, no, I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I just don't have time to watch it. It's because fucking video games, man.
Yeah.
Take my time away. Drinking takes my time away.
What are you guys up to this weekend?
I don't know. We were gonna play Seafall, but that fell through. So now, tomorrow I'm pretty much open, but Sunday I'm busy. Go shopping. Get some food.
Did you buy anything for Black Friday? Did you get anything?
I bought a whole bunch of iTunes gift cards because Costco had a sale. $100 in iTunes gift cards for $78.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a couple $100 of that. I figure probably lasts me about a year. Got $300 worth. So
Wait a second. What are you buying on iTunes?
whatever I want to.
Music?
No, games. Pay to play.
Oh.
Pay to win, baby. Gotta get my fix. No, I put $100 into Star Wars, and I'll save the rest for the next Eternal expansion, and then the rest for whatever. But yeah, shit, 20%, 23% off. If anybody wants to sell me something for 23% off the market retail price, I'll probably buy it.
There's some good deals. I was really tempted to buy a new TV.
Yeah, no, I was. Everybody at work was telling me, "Hey, man, you know, if you would have waited 3 months and bought your TV then, you would have got a better TV for like $300 cheaper." I'm like, man, I don't fucking care.
Matt, did you go and buy that TV?
You know how much I would have lost my mind if I would have had to fucking be on my upstairs TV for another 3 months before Black Friday
it
sales?
looks fine. You can't even see the dead pixels. It's fine,
Dude,
man.
before no, you're right. If I didn't have my new TV and didn't see
Yeah.
the difference,
Fuck,
I still would have had the blinders on. But
Is it in here?
No. What?
Yeah, it's because that would have been what you were doing. And
It's
like,
what I'm used
it
to,
looks
right?
Fine. It looks perfectly fine.
No, I did not buy that TV. Apparently, it's the cheapest it might ever get.
now I'm like, man, I want a bigger TV already.
Bigger? Your TV is like big enough. It's not the size.
No, it's the size.
It's not the size.
It's the size.
It's
The TV doesn't have the motion.
True motion, 120 hertz support. Everybody thinks it looks weird, but I like it, so fuck them. You still use that, or did you turn it off?
I got to tell you,
I don't even know anymore.
since
Go ahead.
the what do we do? That thing. Extra Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Extra Life, and we had to change the PlayStation settings to match with the video card thing.
720p.
Yeah. Everything has been fucked on my PlayStation since then.
Good. Why'd you just change your path?
I did, and it didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work?
Because you remember my TV upstairs when Twitch and YouTube would cut off the corners?
Yeah.
It does that with this one now, when it never used to. And I change it back to the settings. I change it back to the settings previous
There's a
because I remember how we did it, but
like a window size setting you can change.
I did that as well, and it still doesn't do it. It does it for home console, and it does it for games. Like, my games are fine,
I need the fucking.
but
Yes, for sure.
videos are all fucked.
It might be in the truck, but I'm like 99% sure I had it down here.
Well, gents, download Fortnite.
Isn't it a computer game, or is it just consoles?
I don't know. I know it's free on PlayStation. That's where I watched it.
Yeah. All right, PlayStation and shit.
Like hobbling, you are bad.
Dude, I'm so fucking drunk. You have no idea how stiff I was mixing these rums.
I gotta get home and get to bed. I gotta work in fucking 8 hours.
Jesus. I have a bunch of pepper to grind and video games to play.
I'll get some of that done this weekend too.
That's good. Are you working? Oh no, wait, I'm busy Sunday. Are you working Saturday night?
No.
Probably not. Shit.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. We should do something. I feel like we should do something.
I feel like we should do something too.
We haven't done anything in a while. Uh,
Not like a stream, but just like
yeah, just like a hangout.
rock band.
We could set something up. We could do a stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not next weekend, but the weekend after. I think I'm free. 16th. That weekend.
We have a movie on the 17th.
Oh,
so we
that's
better
right,
not get
yeah.
too cooked on the 16th.
Yeah, we could do like a daytime thing during the 16th.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the 17th of Sunday?
Yeah. Well, the Star Wars is on the Sunday, whatever day that is.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk.
Yeah.
I might tell them I'm not coming in next Saturday. We'll see what happens.
Clocks and shit.
Garfman was the best stream. Yeah, we'll do it again sometime soon, Tomo. Thanks.
17th, yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Tomo. Appreciate that, brother man. I'm gonna turn this off for now, but we'll catch you around. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Is
Sweet.
Warren still
Spread-
streaming on Sundays?
I don't know. I don't have like
Something pops
time
up
to
on
fucking.
Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Probably, though.
honestly haven't watched this. I watched like 2 of his streams.
They're not great.
I know he's kind of boring.
He's a computer.
Yeah,
He needs a computer.
sitting on the couch is not that entertaining.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's okay. All right, I'm turning this off. Thanks, Tomo. We'll check in with you before too long. See you later, brother. Too sweet.